fans of all ages, Town Square Media is proud to present to you the best Quad City sports talk radio show in the world. With the face who runs the place, T-Roy, the OG on the marquee, Jaybird, and the cat who runs the chat with the stats, Statman Surge. We are Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. We're not a Quad City sports talk radio show. We're not the Quad City sports talk radio show. We are your Quad City sports talk radio show. Welcome to the conversation, Quad Cities. But first, the dawn.
Well, it might be a Manic Monday, Quad Cities, but I do have all my little lovelies here in the house with me. Wow, that's really loud, Jay.
That was. You told me it was turn it up.
All right, we'll turn it down. I don't know what's
going on.
Turn it down. Anyway, all my little lovelies in the house.
You told me to turn it up.
The Bomb Diggity, the J. Bird.
Happy Monday.
And T-Roy. Hi.
That's right.
And this is Don't Hassle Us, a Local on AM 1170.
ESPN at 1170 a.m. It's
K-Bob Arena.
Man, that weather out there. I'll tell you what.
I know. Why can't our friends at Dun Right Satellite fix the weather? Well, it's not their job. That's
right.
Dang it, Kelly.
I brought my shampoo just so I could shower after this. Just outside.
Oh,
Save on that water bill since everybody's balling on a budget right now.
Everybody's balling on a budget?
Yeah, everybody knows. We're still all in a
I like
over
that.
there.
Balling on a budget. Exactly. Well,
I got the hose.
Yes.
It's been a fun 5 weeks, but it's finally over.
What?
The Last Dance.
Oh.
Last Dance.
It's been a great 5 weeks, man.
It was awesome.
I saw your post, so it was. I heard that it was pretty epic. The song going out.
By the way, I
right.
still got as pumped about Jordan hitting that shot over Brian Russell. Or
Yeah.
Byron Russell, whatever.
Yeah.
As I did the day it happened.
Do you think that story's true that he said about Russell? When he said that he went to go see those guys when they were playing the Bulls, and Russell's like, "Oh, you quit? You know?"
Yeah, I believe that one.
You believe that one?
Yeah.
I don't
He's
know.
going to come clean now. I love the fact, though, that we find out the truth about the flu game.
I have a story for you about the flu game that wasn't on the show.
Was it the Larry Bird one?
Now, the Larry Bird quote at the end is that was...
What was that, please?
I knew that... Okay. Well, I knew that there was going to be a quote that was going to be like, because I listened to the after show, Jalen Jacoby. And so I listened to the director, like every episode, and he was just like, episode 9, when it ends, there's going to be a quote by Bird, and you're going to lose it. So I had a time post, I'm like, your reaction, knew it was coming. So that he beats him in the 98 finals, the Eastern Conference Finals, right? Mm-hmm. Larry Bird's the coach.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And it's not, they shake hands, and Larry Bird says, "You be F you." That's it. Not good series, not, man, that shot, or this and that, or this game. He says, "You,
female dog,
F you." That's all he says, and they just laugh.
Yeah.
And it's the best. So that's what I wrote on social media.
Like, those two good friends, like, dude, they were tight.
Yeah.
Those two were really tight. And that's just him going...
Do you know what that reminds me of? I remember growing up, my grandpa used to watch this all the time, and his friends would call and leave, messages on the answer machine. "USOB, you stupid."
Oh.
And I was like, why?
Yeah.
I was like, those are your friends? Why are they talking to you? Like, he's like, that's just what men do. This is how we talk to each other.
Well, did you ever see Gran Torino?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
He walks in, "Hey, what's up, you old Irish?"
Yeah, the barber.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, maybe I did see that.
That's so true, too. That's how they talk to each
Gran
other.
Torino makes me think it's part of the Fast and the
It's
Furious
term of
franchise.
endearment.
So, yeah. But yeah,
What are you doing, you old Polak, you? Nothing, you Italian bastard.
Yeah.
All right. So you want me to tell you a story about the flu game?
Yes.
Okay. So, Bomber, are you familiar with the flu game?
There's a lot of flu games going on right now.
Yeah, I know.
It's
Game 5
Is it the COVID?
of the finals.
Okay.
And it's, is it 5? Yeah, it's 5, right?
Game 5 of the 97 finals.
97 finals, okay, in Utah. And it's always known as the flu game, all right, because they said he had the flu.
That Jordan had the flu?
Yeah. And basically, he's legally dead. If you listen to the stories, people are like, "Oh my god!"
So he only scored 58 points instead of
He
68.
scored 38 points in 44 minutes.
Michael passed out at 31 flavors last time.
So that was another post I had. 44 points, 38 minutes, legally dead, and then the goat emoji.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So it's like 11:30, 10:30 at night. They're not. You got to remember, they're not in Salt Lake City. They're on the outskirts. So. It's Utah. A lot of places aren't open, and you're not actually in the city. There's no room service where Michael's hungry. All right, so as his trainer tells the story, Tim, it's Tim, Michael, George. That we know for a fact. Those three are in there. As Tim tells the story, it's that Michael says, I'm hungry. I order me a pizza. So they order him a pizza. And when it delivers, Tim says there's 5 guys at the door. And he's like right away, like,
So does the trainer. So
Yeah,
same thing.
yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah, Tim's the trainer. George is the best friend.
Sorry.
So there's 5 guys at the door, kind of looking in, peeking in, and he's like, this is kind of like suspect. I don't know. And they said only Jordan ate the pizza. All right. So instead of the flu game, it's supposedly food poisoning. All right. So, and it's documented that he was. The other thing is, a lot of people say he was hungover.
Oh,
But it's well documented that it was like 2 or 3 in the morning. You're not hungover with stomach pains like that, like he had.
It depends on what you drank, but yeah, sure.
And I mean,
with you.
I think it's also pointed out, like Jalen Rose, but like when Dolores comes in, Jordan's mom, and says that he was sick and she wanted him to not play, you believe Jordan's mom. I think she's been pretty stand up through this whole thing.
Right.
Okay.
Now here's the story, because David Jacoby, one of the hosts, says to the director, I have a hard time believing. He goes, I've been in a hotel before at 11 o'clock at night, 3 guys there, at least 3. There's a pizza and no one else ate it. He's like, I have a hard time believing that nobody ate that pizza.
Right.
The director tells the story. Earlier in the night, those guys ordered food and didn't wait for Jordan when they ate. And Jordan was pissed that they didn't wait for him to eat. So when that food came, he said, Nobody eat that pizza. Not a single one of you touch that pizza. And then he spit on it.
Oh, well, that's called karma right there.
And then he spit on it. That's what he did. To make sure no one did it. And for some reason, I'm dying laughing when I'm listening to this. And then I'm like, have I heard that story before? And then like the director says, he's like, he's been known to do that before. But yeah, that's why for a fact no one else ate any of that pizza. And so
They spit on it.
And the other thing is this. So then they're like, I don't get the. And David Jacoby pointed it out too. Like, when they're saying there's 5 guys suspect, he's like, no. The guy who called the front desk, someone told his buddies. The delivery guy said, hey, this is for Jordan, whatnot. Someone wanted to get a peek in. I don't think 5 guys would show up and make it look suspect to do. I mean, we all know the things that people do. Like they'll call hotel rooms or they'll pull fire alarms and whatnot for when you're visiting a town, but. I think that's a matter of just 5 buddies wanting to get a glimpse of Michael Jordan in the hotel room. But so it probably was food poisoning.
I don't know how I feel about that story.
Why? It's great. He spit on it.
It was rude. I don't know, man.
That's Jordan, man. You don't eat his pizza.
Yeah,
You
but Jordan
you wait
in my
for
mind.
Jordan to eat. You don't order without him.
I love it. I love the fact though that was it Otis became
Redding?
No, the security guy. They ended up getting
Gus.
cancer. Gus. He ended up becoming a good father figure for him.
Yeah.
I loved how he surrounded himself around solid people.
Mm-hmm.
You don't spit on pizza. Spit on spittle.
Sure you do. If you don't want anyone else to eat it, it's going in your mouth anyway.
Yeah. I mean, you can spit on my pizza. I'd still eat it.
Yeah, that's right, baby.
Because I don't care. I'm
So
hungry.
you don't want anything else. So you can go ahead and do whatever you want.
Decided to
I don't
spit
know.
on
I have such a high. He's on such a pedestal for me. I haven't seen the show. I've DVR'd it. I gotta watch it, but he's up here as far as class, integrity, character.
I don't know why you have him that high.
I always have,
there's some pushback.
you know why? Because I was young. When I was watching Jordan, I was young.
Yeah,
I was
I
young.
don't care. I
No
love
offense,
Jordan.
but I was
Yeah,
a
I do
lot
too.
younger than
I
you.
love Jordan more now than ever because of the fact that
He's human now.
he's
one of
still
us.
human, but he's still, the thing is, it makes everything he did seem even greater than it was because of the fact that
He's got a-hole qualities, which makes him one of us.
the fact with, and I actually have to say, because I've been pretty rough on Steve Kerr, by the way.
I told you. Dude, Kakert said it. He goes, at episode 9, he goes, he's got a great backstory.
And I go, I didn't know about it. I didn't know about the backstory. I'm still going to be rough on Kerr if he supports China, but that is what it is. Kerr's a solid dude.
Okay.
Remember, spin-offs. That
Solid
story,
dude.
that story
I
needs to be
disagree
told.
with him,
The
but
30
he's a
for
solid
30 of Steve Kerr's dad needs to be told.
30 for 30.
Yeah.
But there's some 30 for 30s coming. But I think the fact when Jordan said Steve Kerr earned his wings, and then you could tell, like, and as things went on, that team, Kerr was a big part of that. The thing that got me more was the fact that Reinsdorf coming back, trying to say, I tried to get Phil to come back. And Phil being, Jerry, I'm not gonna let you do this to Jerry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna let you do this to Krause. Krause already told me this was it. At this point, Phil's not gonna come back just because you're begging him to come back and make this thing that much more volatile the next year. Like Jordan said, he goes, "This is BS."
I'm still stuck on.
Don't
spitting
let
on a
Krause
pizza.
even say that in the beginning, Jerry Reinsdorf, if that's what you wanted to do.
What is Phil Jackson doing right now?
He's retired.
What was he doing though? Where's he at?
Probably out in Oregon or something, Wyoming. He's hanging out.
Yeah.
Okay,
Smoking peyote.
I might have to Google that.
Yeah. Yeah, in the end, you kind of got Krause kind of gets his due.
Pippen says
Pip.
he's one of the greatest GMs of all time.
Yeah. And then
Or the
Reinsdorf
greatest GM of all time.
kind of looks a little, he looks like the cheap owner.
He does.
Yeah.
And he was.
And he was, yeah.
Aren't most owners though?
Yes.
But
We'll,
Krause,
we'll talk about that later.
I think Krause had it in his head that, eventually I have to keep this championship, this team going.
Mm-hmm.
I think if there's not so much angst in it, the way he went about it, he did it the wrong way, completely, to screw himself.
When they handed Jordan that
So
tablet,
they've been rebuilding since '98, Jay.
5 playoff. What is it since the whole thing happened? 5 playoff series wins. That's it.
Yeah.
5 playoff series wins.
Well, they've had some incredible string of bad luck, especially with
Jay Williams.
injury to Jay Williams, the injuries to
2 All-Stars, I think
Derrick
that's it.
Rose. Yeah.
2 All-Stars. Yeah. They, when he hands Jordan the tablet and Reinsdorf's going through that whole thing, and Jordan really centered himself pretty well there. Like, he wanted to say some foul things, and he didn't let go. He just couldn't believe that he was watching this man talk about how we were going to rebuild and we could have done it, and could have done it with Phil and Jordan and everything else, and how no one would have signed it, wouldn't have been economically feasible. He said economic suicide is what he said by trying to sign all those guys again.
And Michael goes, you don't think that Steve
Yeah.
Kerr, you
For
don't
1
think these guys signed for a 1-year contract to try to win 7?
Yeah, you don't need to sign Pippen for another. You just convince him. He was still under contract.
Supply and demand though.
They traded him afterwards. He was under
Yeah.
contract still.
Yeah.
Like they
It's still business. They're gonna still demand what they're worth. They're no dummies.
That's fine, but they still,
Jordan was making $33 million
Yeah, but he could have asked for 50 million
Yeah.
if he wanted to.
for one more year. Yeah, you
For
do
one
that.
more. That's
for the
what,
7th
really,
title.
that's what I just said. Supply and demand. They're gonna get what they want.
But and like you said, Phil's standing. He's like, you're not going to do that, to Jerry. Jerry had said it to him. I don't care if you go 82 and F&0. You're not coming back. You won't be coach next year. So it's the last dance. And then Pippen even says it at the parade. Thanks for being part of the last dance to the crowd.
Yeah.
Oh, what was the song that exited out?
That's Pearl Jam.
That's what I thought it was Pearl
Yeah.
Jam.
The supposedly
Speaking of songs,
Hey.
supposedly hold on. A couple things. Supposedly
They're not
Pippen's
ready.
not too. He doesn't feel too happy about the way he kind of is perceived in this.
really?
Yeah, I don't think he's a big winner on this one.
Why?
Pippen did fine. Listen, everybody knew about the walk-off game or the sit-down game. Scotty's fine. Scotty looked great in this.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, the dude, this trainer, if he talks about the injury in that game, he's like, Scotty was toughest dude out, as tough as nails. I mean,
the
if you've ever
back
had,
injury?
If you've ever had back spasms, you understand exactly what he's going through. I mean, that's insane to me that he was even out there. You could tell, like some of those times he was wincing, he almost collapsed.
I always pictured Scotty as the Robin to Jordan's Batman.
That's the truth.
And even Scotty said it. He goes, I was out there as a decoy at
He's
best.
yeah. Oh no, the best is when he said he strips the ball. Karl Malone comes down. What do you think that time? I said I was thinking, get the hell out of his way.
Yeah.
I think that's even Levitard pointed that out earlier today. He's like, that's a top 50 player of all time saying you get the hell out of someone. He goes, you will not find a top 50 basketball player right now saying that about another player. They'll top 50 will say, I want the ball. I should have the ball. Me. He knew it.
Yeah.
He knew when he was on the court with them, but when it wasn't him, he wanted that shot.
No, Magic
What did
Johnson.
Robin say? He goes, you knew damn well he was shooting that ball.
Yeah.
He wasn't that passing at Paxton Kerr. I don't care who it was. He was not passing that ball to anybody.
Magic Johnson said it about Jordan, remember? Went home to his kids and he goes, you know what? Jordan might be a little bit better at basketball than me. He admitted it.
Yeah.
Know your place. That's all I'm saying. Scotty.
Now we'll take a look at some more of those things later on in the show. Some like CBSSports.com put together 12 episodes. I want to hear yours. I've got a power ranking per episode. Over the weekend, though, NASCAR was back. Kevin Harvick won the Real Heroes 400 in Darlington.
I knew it.
Yep.
He's the best, man.
Who? Kevin Harvick. Good for them. They're back. There's some soccer action over the weekend. I have buddies that are betting on this stuff. Rory McIlroy and Dustin Johnson beat Ricky Fowler and Matthew Wolff in their shorts in their charity skin event Sunday. I like that. That's the one thing I took. I looked at that golf thing. Look at them. They're in shorts. It's like the first thing I noticed. Like, that's strange. They're not head to toe as a walking billboard. They're just out there having fun.
Yeah.
Social distancing. Good job. It took a overtime closest to the pin to put away the competition. So Rory and Dustin, DJ we like to call him, won $1.85 million for the American Nurses Foundation.
Oh, good.
We've got more soccer this week. We've got UFC, NASCAR, and the Korean Baseball Organization is still in action. And the Tiger and Phil rematch is coming up this weekend. So we're getting somewhere. Later on, we'll also talk about the MLB and the Players Association, where I stand on, and I think I'm now right. I think I'm strong where I'm at. And I'm starting to understand something here, guys. And I'll leave that to you before we go to break. These articles that people are sharing, I don't care if it's about the COVID or what your opinion is, nobody's reading them. They're just reading the headlines that someone, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
If you share something and then someone goes, yeah, but da-da-da-da-da,
They're not
and I'm like,
reading
you
it.
didn't read the article.
Nope.
Like, and this is over just something stupid, over me trying to side with Major League Baseball or the Major League Players Association.
Voluntary
and people
ignorance.
are like, they want 100% of the money for less work. And I was like, that's not true. You're not reading it. So why are you commenting? Like, don't do this.
Because that's our society that we live in nowadays.
Yeah, well, it frustrates me because that's
Thank
not
you.
what the
Welcome to my world.
That's not what the Players Association is asking.
Read.
It's not hard. Yeah, T. Roy, when you come back, you want to continue something from Thursday?
Yes.
Real quick, and then
do.
we'll do our.
Are you going to give them a hint so they know what's coming?
Well, Thursday we did our. They'll tune in, yeah. And then we'll do our
Slow
power
dancing?
rankings later. We'll look at some of the 12 best
I
moments
think you
also,
should
according to
give 'em a heads up.
CBSSports.com. And then we got plenty to talk about. So
All right, Quad Cities Front Street Brewery is back in business down there along the mighty Mississippi. Been serving Davenport since 1992, Bombs.
Yes.
With great beers like the Davenport Gold, the Wise Guy, the Ranging River, and the oh-so-popular Cherry Bomb Blonde. You can check out the Facebook page for all of their food and drink specials or visit the webpage at www.frontstreetbrew.com. Remember, the restaurant is at 208 East River Drive, and the tap room's in the Fright House Complex, so get in there today and have some drinks from our friends at Front Street Brewery.
This is Tom Kakert from HawkeyeReport.com, and you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
ESPN 1170 AM.
A hailstorm is never good news for your home, especially your roof. Recent ping pong to golf ball sized hail hit the Quad Cities. This type of hail can cause catastrophic damage to your home's exterior. Even new roofs can be affected. Don't wait. Call All Major Restoration today. A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, All Major will walk you through the entire process, from filing an insurance claim through construction. Call the experts at All Major Restoration for your free storm damage inspection. 563-322-0060. Se habla español.
We will get our momentum back. Our business is back, our smiles back, ourselves back. Because that's what this community does. At First Midwest Bank, we want to thank our colleagues for doing everything they can to help our clients and our communities get through this. Because we are all in this together. And together, we will get our momentum back. First Midwest Bank. Visit firstmidwest.com. Member FDIC.
Golic and Wingo.
All of it was a reminder of just how difficult, and I think Steve Kerr really underscored this anytime you heard him talking about it, of how hard winning is at a high level like that. And it just is sold to all of us as so easy, and something that maybe not easy, but it's just such a perfect package that when you look back on it, to see all of the warts and things that went into it is pretty eye-opening.
Golic and Wingo. Mornings on the Quad City Sports Leader. ESPN 1170 AM.
Sí, very intrigued by the Dan Le Batard Show on ESPN Radio.
In the history of this company, there's never been a more public liar than you. What are you doing to end phone conversations? Like, how are you ending them? You can't, it's not, I gotta go. No, you don't. Like, right. So you're ending these calls how?
There's always a way, Dan. Where there's a will, there is a way. So I will either tell them that, hey, I got to walk the dog. Hey, my mom is calling on the other line. hey, my dad needs groceries. I got to go pick him up, and I got to take him up to his house.
You
How
have
you
an
do what you got
assortment
to do.
so you have an assortment of lies.
I could send you like 2025, and we'll get you through a couple of days, and then when you need to refresh, I'll send you another 2025 if you need them, okay?
You can write a book during this pandemic, a helpful how to get off the phone for idiots.
The Dan Le Batard Show, 9 till noon on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
Here we are, on location at the Pearly Gates, the place where people's lives are laid out before all creation. It's Judgment Day. Hey, there's St. Peter now.
All right, young man, step forward. Let's take a look at your life. Says here you live a long life, ate healthy foods, you never called in sick to go fishing, loved your wife and kids, and, well, let's see, it looks pretty boring to me.
But St. Peter, I thought I did everything right to get into heaven.
But you didn't do anything. You were just a couch potato. You could have at least got a motorcycle, had fun, saved gas and the ozone layer, and enjoyed life to its fullest, as he intended it to be.
Oh?
Yeah, with a place like Brenny's Motorcycle Clinic in Bettendorf, there's no excuse. With over 250 new and used motorcycles on display in their brand new third showroom, 19,000 square feet of motorcycle heaven, if you catch my drift, you could have done a lot better than you did. Well, we'll let you in anyway. Hey, you, Hendrix! Put that guitar down and show him his room.
Brenny's Motorcycle Clinic, State Street, Bettendorf, across from the Pearly Gates of Alcoa. Almost.
Join the conversation. Follow ESPN 1170 AM on Facebook and Twitter. From the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
Just do it, bombs. That's right. We're back here in the Hassle Castle, brought to you by Dunright Satellite and Dish. And, of course, this is Don't Hassle Us Local on AM 1170, the K-Bob Arena.
We got a big week coming up this week. Wednesday, we're going up to T-Roy's neighborhood.
Waterloo, and we're proud.
Yeah, so keep
you
that.
Want a road trip, bombs?
Yeah, let's go.
You got to get overnight.
You got to get overnight pass.
Yeah.
Can I just wear the same thing 2 days in a row?
Well, yeah, that's fine. Well, we're gonna go we're gonna go up there and help out our friends at Single Speed. They're going to be having a basically virtual happy hour with Dan Gable, who's right there over your left
I know who Dan Gable
shoulder.
is.
They're gonna have a beer with him, and it'll be on their Facebook page and YouTube Live. We're gonna help put it together with our Sling Studio. We're gonna use our production expertise to help them out. Morgan was on. Dave Morgan, owner of Single Speed, was on last week, and so. We'll keep an eye out for that. I'm going to put something together on ESPN1170am.com later on to give you more information. But, have a beer with Gable and, have a root beer if you're under 21 and have some questions ready. And you can also send those to Rachel at singlespeedbrewery.com, any questions that you have ahead of time. So, but like I said, keep your eye out for that on ESPN 1170 AM. You can listen to Dan tell stories, and there's nothing better than Dan Gable. Coach Gable telling him stories like
it's such a good name too, Gable. I mean, that is a
It
strong
really
name.
When he was in
isn't it?
studio, that was pretty awesome.
I mean, you got Clark Gable and you got Dan Gable. There's no other.
Take Dan way over
Dan, yeah.
But you know what I mean? It's just the.
Wasn't
It's a girthy
wasn't Clark Gable the one that said Jody? I don't know. Or no, is that?
And then
see, I always forget.
Friday, the guys down the hall, Dwyer Michaels, which started out. I mean, most fun ideas start with just conversation, and I can't tell you exactly where it started, but it started something to do with the Pinewood Derby and stuff that they do Boy Scouts, right?
Yeah.
And from the Cub Scouts, and from there, Dwyer Michaels put together, and they got some people to put the Pinewood Derby together. There's some they're celebrities, you would say, local celebrities that are going to add a car in a Pinewood Derby, and they're going to put it on Sling Studio. Well, that's going to be on Friday, and let me see here. Dwyer and Michaels and Goose all have a car. Pat Miletich will have a car in it. Pat Anger, Seth Rollins, Steve Manders, Julian Vandervilly, Alex Taney, Tim Dwight, Carson King, Jake Gervais are all going to be in there. And you, T-Roy. T-Roy's got a winner, by the way.
What?
So they asked if we wanted to do a car. I said, yeah, I want to do a car.
I got my car from
They
back
said,
when I was a kid.
we'll get someone to build you a car. And I was like, you build me a car? That sounds great. He said, how do you want it to look? I said, I don't know. So we're driving.
God, I'm scared.
Last week. It's a Pinewood Derby. They're 5 ounces.
Yeah, but you're saying, what do you want it to look like? I don't want you guys to make those
No.
decisions.
Well, I tell
mine's
him.
already built.
I tell
Mine
him.
was built when I was in 5th grade. Or
Yeah, and he's like,
whatever
he goes,
grade
I
it
have,
was.
he goes, I have a
4th grade,
car.
3rd grade, something like that.
So we're gonna go pick it up on Wednesday. He goes, I have a car back at my dad's house. It's a winner. He goes, this thing's a winner, man.
So who drives them?
No, they just
you put it on top of a thing and it rolls down.
Yeah.
Oh, nobody's in it?
No,
it's
5
like
ounces.
this big, kid.
Oh, I'm thinking what am I thinking of?
You think about soapbox cars.
Soapbox cars, okay.
Which that would be cool. To do
That would be
Brady,
cool.
But.
Yeah,
We would need
mine
you to
won,
do it, Jay.
Mine won gold medal.
I believe
Gold medal.
it. Put anything past
For
you.
Well, my dad helped.
Gold medal, Bomber.
Gold medal. I'm all about it. I believe it.
Yeah.
Troy's
I gotta
gonna
find
win.
that car.
Sorry, Pat, but Troy's got this one.
I hope.
In the bag.
On the Harrington's Pub Facebook comment thread, Matt Erickson says, "Who went out this weekend? Were the restaurants and bars in Iowa packed?" Apparently
they did well, and congratulations to our neighbors there at Pints. I saw a lot of our friends over there on the patio Friday night at Bad Boys, and enjoying some pizza and that. And it looked to me like everybody was doing a great job doing their social distancing.
Yeah, Erickson, you can call down to Bettendorf City Hall and see if it was busy or not, because they had phone calls during the day of people tattling the same
Are
places.
you kidding
I'm not
me?
lying to you.
Yes. And by
They
the way,
had phone calls,
if
yes.
you're that a-hole out there that feels the need to call because you don't think someone's social distancing,
If you're the
why
person
don't you
who
just
leaves
not
your,
do
if
it?
you're the person
Just
who
don't
leaves their
do it.
house to go look and tattle on people, you got
Who
a problem.
does that?
Well,
Who
I call
does
it a
that?
a-hole.
Do you understand how that? Like, I can feel my blood boiling right now. Who
Oh,
tattles
Jesus.
as adults? Like, just shut up, mind your business,
That's
Karen.
what they did. That's what they
No,
did.
it's Barb.
Barb and
Jerry.
That's
what they did, though. They called and said, "Hey, you're not going to believe this." Then they're just on okay.
And these are the type of people that have like people tied in their basement. Like, these are the people that are calling.
Probably.
They're not.
Oh, yeah, and then our neighbors just 2 doors down or 3 doors down, Salon area, they're open up. So congrats to them as well, and everybody else that finally got to open your doors and to enjoy capitalism
Again,
Yeah.
I want to explain to you, and I always feel like we don't do it enough or anything. We feel awful for the people across the river. Like that is
Thank
just
you. Appreciate that.
It's just awful that an area in just that is northeast of you is dominating everything your life for no reason.
It is insane.
So I feel bad for all those businesses. I think it's.
Can I
it's
say
crazy.
something about a company I would like to put out there?
Sure.
Menards in Illinois. This is a shout out. Just a friend of mine was in there with their 7-year-old, and they made them leave. You have to be 16 or 15 to go in.
I believe so.
Why? What if you're a single parent and you have to go get something?
I don't know.
You're screwed. You can't get it.
I guess
so. That's not even the case. Didn't wear a mask. Turned him away. Went back with a mask. And then as soon as he left and checked out, he took his mask off. They called the cops because he took his mask off while he was still in the store. Menards is going total totalitarianism. Like, it's.
What did the cops say?
He wasn't there to wait for it, but they were threatening to call the police unless he put his mask on to exit the store. That's extreme. That is crazy. So don't shop at Menards. They've
Go
lost
to K&K in downtown Benton.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Perfect.
Do that instead.
Don't let Pritzker know.
Yeah. Don't. Yeah. All right. So T-Roy, on Thursday we had a little fun with K-Kurt. We did our thing. We did a exotic dancer draft. If you were going to do a little exotic dancing, what songs would be the best to do? And we did 5 rounds of it, and it was fun. But T-Roy, now you've taken it a bit higher.
I was thinking about this, and my thing is to get the most money for my rippers, right?
Yeah.
Because I want the best song.
Open the rippers.
And I was thinking, okay, what if, like, my 2 stars of my show, for the males, obviously, Bombs would be my star for them.
Ooh, I'm a star.
And for my female listeners, we got the sexy Jaybird.
We got Jason.
Okay.
By the way, he has the best smile in the Quad Cities. Jay, tell everybody about your dentist.
My dentist, Stephanie Barquist, is the best dentist in the Quad Cities, I believe.
Okay.
And why, Jay?
Because she takes a picture with me every time after I have a checkup because I've never had a cavity in my
I've never
life.
had a cavity either.
All right.
See, look at
So
that.
she takes a picture with me every time, and I send it to my buddies, and then I post it and say good things about her on social media, and I do a 0.
Is she hot?
So, she's a married lady, so we don't talk about.
You can't say she's hot?
She's a very attractive, yes.
Okay.
But we
I'm a
don't-
girl, I can say hot.
Yeah, all right. But we're being respectful, and we're
Shout
giving
out to Coach Barquist out
yeah,
there. Yeah.
we're plugging her dentist business because she does a great job.
I'm a girl,
And
I'm
by the
asking
way,
questions. Cavities.
I might be the only guy that has 2 strippers in his repertoire, at least in the Quad Cities, that have all their teeth.
Ah, there you go.
No
Yeah,
cavities.
yeah.
Yes, buddy.
But so I'm thinking about you two, and I'm like, gosh, I think I could pick the perfect song that would match them coming out for the songs for your set. So remember how we did our set? I'm not doing private dances for the two of you, but I did do the tease.
I don't do private dances.
The tease, the strip, and the work. So I picked 3 songs for each of you. And I got your costumes and everything.
Oh my God, I love this
so
much.
Who should I start with, Jay? You want me to start with Jay?
Yeah.
All right, so first of all, when I was thinking about Foster, when you think about the male stripper, right?
Yes.
You know, Jay and I already did the funny thing, Chippendales, right? Yeah. But that's not Jay's outfit, right? Because look at Jay's always. What does Jay always look like? Think about the village people.
Bro. Like a frat boy.
Think about the village people. Of all the village people, which one fits Jay the most?
Frat boy.
The guy with the hard hat, cut off jeans, little white tanker on, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Jay comes out with his hard hat, some work gloves, some of those Timberland boots, right?
Yeah, he's
Jay's
not
coming
here.
out, right?
Yeah,
he's like he's not wrong.
And he's got instead of a jackhammer, he's got this big sledgehammer in his hand.
A big what?
Sledgehammer.
Is that what you call it?
Jackhammer, yeah.
So Jay comes out definitely getting the ladies going. He's got his sledgehammer on his shoulder, and he comes walking out.
Yeah. I'm getting flushed.
And the stroke starts playing.
Okay.
And the ladies are going, and Jay's just doing his thing.
That's silly.
Swinging his jackhammer around or sledgehammer, whatever it is. That's his tease, right? And then Jay's got to start taking off the helmet, laying down the sledgehammer, doing all this stuff. And then, now Jay, if you've ever been to the nightclub with Jay, he likes to be interactive with the crowd.
I bet he does.
So, by the way, The Stroke's a very interactive song.
Yeah.
He's got him going with this. But then, the next song, he's doing ELO, Don't Bring Me Down. Because he's got the girls all singing with, and then he points at them, they go, Bruce! And then he takes a different piece off every time they say Bruce. He's kicking his shoes to him, all this stuff. I mean, he's working it.
His shoes or his Crocs?
No. He's got those. He's got work boots, man.
But he's a frat boy. Oh, okay. We're in costume. We're in costume.
Yeah, he's in his costume. And then his favorite song ever, which I can't let him not dance to.
That's right.
For his work, when he's collecting his probably $500 that one set.
All fits into my hard hat and everything.
All fits into his hard hat when he's done.
Yeah.
He's going around with too much time on my hands.
That's crowd participation at its
finest.
finest.
That's it. And that is Jay. That is Jay's set, and he's making all his money.
And he's handing out free watches.
Well, whatever he's got to do.
I got too much time. I got this.
Like
good.
So that's Jay Foster's
good.
set.
This is what you do on Friday nights.
I think about you two as strippers. Yes.
Okay. That's good.
Now, Leah's.
Oh, God.
Now, what do we know about Bombs?
Oh,
let me tell you something.
Bombs went to a Catholic school.
Oh, here we go.
And what did she have to wear? A
uniform. Oh, well, you know what that is. I know.
Yeah.
So right away, Bombs is in a school sweater.
Yeah.
With these checkered skirt.
Yep. It's called a skirt.
Little socks, part way up.
Yeah, all the way to the knees.
Sexy little heels.
Yep.
And she's coming out to Brittany Fox's girls' school.
Oh my!
Interesting.
At the girls' school.
Oh my!
All right.
Baby broke all the rules.
I like it.
All right, you're getting down, right?
I'm getting down.
Yeah. And then your strip song where you're getting it going. It's Hot for Teacher. We're sticking.
Yeah.
We're going in Hot for Teacher. We're sticking with the thing.
And I have a ponytail on, and I'm taking the ponytail out at this point.
Oh yeah, you're swinging it around.
That's right. Okay.
Oh boy.
And then for your working song, I thought about this, being that it was a Catholic school you went to, and that you're doing all this, and it's gone crazy. And now you're making the work, you're going around, and all of a sudden you hear that, woo, heaven's on fire, kiss.
Ooh, I like that.
See what I'm saying?
Do we have some pyrotechnics on the sides?
Oh, yeah.
You gotta have pyrotechnics.
And then, I look at you and my blood boils hot.
And I'm handing out number 2 pencils.
You make me shimmy
to the crowd.
Shake.
Yes.
See?
Yes, and apples.
Done.
I'm in.
There you go, guys.
I love it.
So
that's a good one.
So now I think every guest that comes in, that's willing. I gotta get.
Okay.
Then I get to pick their set.
All right. Well, don't do this on the air. Don't do this on the air.
He's good at it though.
Over the phone call, but at 1:30, we're going to talk to AC Earl.
I'm not doing that to AC Earl.
And get his thoughts about what he thought about The Last Dance.
All right.
We'll talk to him at 1:30.
Professional with Coach
Earl. You did a good job there.
That was well done.
Yeah, it really was. Good job.
That was well done. I'm never gonna get that image of Jay.
I don't understand. I don't understand the song 4 and 5 where you're like, there's no lap dancing. dances. You're like,
I don't do private dances.
Yeah, why? Why do you have like standards of the whatever else? Like, no one can do these things.
I don't do private dances. That's just my thing.
I don't know if you're gonna get the job.
No beep in the champagne room. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if you're getting the job. If you're going into the job interview, and
hey, the owner of Daisy Dukes actually asked me to work there when I bartended at Barrel House.
Where's that outfit?
He didn't know I was too much pregnant at the time, but he said, if you ever need a job.
Nice of him. Well, now you know. They open those up. They don't no more of this balling on a budget. You got a job. You're ready to go. I don't want to hear.
And that was the first time we went there. We were like 19. Me and my friends. They all asked.
I don't want to hear any more about this budget that you're going on.
But I'm balling on it.
Oh my lord, that's pretty good stuff.
I ain't nothing against dancers. I would do it if I had the goal. It's hard enough to get up there with a microphone, let alone take off my pants.
Off your giblies.
My giblies. I can't do it. I'm just not built that way.
So you guys want to take a break and then do our power rankings for the top 10 for the Last Dance?
Yeah.
Let's take a break, our second break of the hour, and we'll be on for a strong amount of time after that. And so we only take 2 breaks an hour, and we've already taken one, so this will be our second. And we'll do our power rankings of all 10 episodes of The Last Dance. I've got my list. I want to see where you're at on yours.
All right. Tim Hernandez wants you to focus on new and fun ways to get fit for yourself and your family. ID Life wants you to be healthier, have more energy, get better sleep, and achieve more focus. ID Life is a health and wellness company that is revolutionizing the industry with customized nutrition. The ID Life name stands for Individually Designed Life and was founded on the principle that no two people are alike, so everyone has unique nutritional needs. Tim Hernandez is your guide in the Quad Cities to offer you personalized guidance that is tailored specifically to your health factors and personal goals. Do you have health problems that may be holding you back? The doctors and scientists develop what nutrients you should be taking and what supplements will benefit you the most. Go to qchealth.idlife.com to sign up for an unconditional, no questions asked, 30-day money-back guarantee. Call Tim Hernandez today at 563-508-7221 so he can show you that what makes ID Life different is you.
You like that? Give me a hell yeah! I said give me a hell yeah!
This is Josh Sides, head coach, St. Ambrose University Esports. You're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
ESPN 1170 AM.
We will get our momentum back. Our business is back, our smiles back, ourselves back. Because that's what this community does. At First Midwest Bank, we want to thank our colleagues for doing everything they can to help our clients and our communities get through this. Because we are all in this together. And together, we will get our momentum back. First Midwest Bank. Visit firstmidwest.com. Member FDIC.
Escúchame, it is Dan Le Batard Show on ESPN Radio.
There's a great prank that Zach Lowe reported about Michael Carter Williams. The Sixers arrived at the allegedly haunted Pfister Hotel in Milwaukee. Carter Williams arranged with hotel staff to enter the room of each rookie before they could. He removed a vent. He inserted a walkie-talkie, and he sealed the vent shut. Carter Williams, in his room on the other end of the walkie-talkie, whispered menacing threats and nursery rhymes. And he watched the rookies react through baby monitors that he had concealed around the room. Put it on the poll, Guillermo, at Le Batard Show, please. Scarier to hear in your haunted hotel. Menacing threats whispered or nursery rhymes?
The Dan Le Batard Show, 9 till noon on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
Things are getting better and better. And as we return back to normal, Smart Automotive Group is here for you and all of your automotive needs. With our 6 Smart locations, buying a new vehicle is convenient and hassle-free. Smart is also keeping your health and safety our top priority. And we'll be happy to deliver your vehicle to your home if needed. And because of never-before-offered incentives from car manufacturers, on top of Smart Automotive exclusive savings, right now is an exceptional time to shop Smart. We're offering 0% financing for up to 7 years, 0 payments for 90 days, 0 money down, and 0 cost maintenance for up to 2 years. Things are getting better, especially for car shoppers. Give us a call, visit us online or in person at the all-new Smart Automotive of Davenport, just south of North Park Mall and on 53rd and Eastern. Click smartautoqc.com.
On select new vehicles, $11.90 per 1,000 finance. Interest accrues from date of purchase. Approved credit. Example number 114657. 2020 Hyundai Elantra. Selling price $19,399. $269 per month for 72 months at 0% APR financing. 0 to sign. On select new vehicle purchases may not be combined with some offers. Smart Care does not apply to smart luxury. See dealer for complete details. Must tax, title, and license and $180 doc fee. Ends 5/31/20.
Golic and Wingo.
To me, I think the thing that really sealed it, I'm just thinking of it from a player standpoint, and Michael Jordan even said that, we deserve the respect or the chance to carry this thing on. And it's not like coming to the end of that season, you start to see outside of Jordan, some of these other players are older. They are dealing with injuries. You don't know how long this run could go. But it was at the beginning of the season where Jerry Krause said, you can go F at 82-0 and it doesn't matter.
Correct.
You're gone. I mean, before that season even started, he ended the dynasty before their 6th championship. I think that, and I think rightfully so, would rub a lot of players, especially the GOAT, the wrong way.
Well, he tried to end it after the 5th championship.
Yeah.
I mean, it took Jerry Reinsdorf basically going back to Phil Jackson, what will it take to get this back for one last time? I mean, Jerry Krause was good to end it at 5.
Yeah, he was.
He didn't even want to try for 6.
Golic and Wingo, mornings on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
In a world where dreams are built from the ground up, tailored living makes room for your vision. Imagine his and her walk-in closets in the master bedroom.
Oh, my dream come true. I could just kiss you. Mwah!
Sweet. Your home, your dream.
A tailored living custom closet or organization system will take you from clutter and chaos to control. Schedule your free and home consultation today. Call 309-429-6270 or find us online at tailoredliving.com or on Facebook.
All right, we're back here in the Hassle Castle. Stat Cat's in the house now. Welcome back to Surgy Surge.
All right. Good to be back.
This is Don't Hassle So Local on AM 1170. What's up, boys?
My liver enzymes.
I'm glad you're back to feeling better, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. Feeling good.
It's always good to have the Stat Cat in the house. As we left, Jay is still doing his vigorous rankings.
I've got it written down.
You got it. Is that what you're still writing?
Well, I'm getting it's like dyslexia here. I'm looking at things and I'm numbers because I did it last night, like right away.
So anyway, Serge, I don't know if you caught it on your way in, but we are going to rank personally from 1 to 10 our favorite episodes of Last Dance, which I believe you have not watched any of.
No, I watched a little bit of one of them yesterday. But
spoiler: the Bulls win 6 championships in the night.
Woo! Could have been 7.
Could have been 7.
Could have been 9. I don't know. Who knows? All right, so all 10 episodes.
I just love reading everyone's comments about it. I love seeing the highlights and clips because there is some really interesting stuff. Like I said, it's all history, so there's not a whole lot of spoilers like T-Roy's joking about there. But
it's not.
It's awesome.
But there are things, even if you were a huge fan of the Bulls.
Oh yeah,
there are behind the scenes things that there's no way that you knew unless you were really a super fan that you dug in and read every single book.
Hearing the behind the scenes stuff from one of my favorite ones was the talk about Jordan chasing Rodman around Vegas. That's one of my favorite ones. It said, "This is how good of a basketball player Dennis Rodman was. Michael Jordan was chasing Dennis Rodman around Las Vegas like a clip out of The Hangover to track him down on his 48-hour vacation."
Carmen Electra.
I liked it. I think the way Jordan was so classy. He goes, as I go in the room, I'm not even going to say what I saw when I walked in the room. All I know is I had Dennis. I go, come on, get your ass going. We're going to practice.
But the fact that because it was when Scottie Pippen came back from the IR,
right?
And then Dennis is like, man, I need a vacation. He told that to Phil, and then Phil tells Michael, Dennis said he needs a vacation. He goes, what? He's like, I need a vacation. He goes, if anybody needs a vacation, I need a MS vacation.
Yeah. I just love the candidness of Jordan, and that's the thing. Is like you never really Jordan as you watch this, and the thing they always say about Jordan, and the one thing I think it was Michelle Kramer touched on yesterday, Jay. The one thing I picked up on the most, Michael became the star of what he was by his play on the field or the court, I should say, and his accessibility. He was always there to talk to the media. He always got along with the media. He always had a way, even if he didn't want to talk to the media, he had a nice way of brushing off the media. And this was long before social media.
Right.
Before all these things that these players and everybody get to enjoy now to help grow their brand. So, something to be said about that.
Okay. The power rankings.
All right.
Every episode from 10 all the way down to 1 rated. Okay? Ranked.
Okay.
At number 10, my own personal power rankings. At number 10 is episode 4.
Episode 4 reminds
Phil
us.
Jackson's unique philosophy and demeanor take the Bulls to the next level. The team finally gets past Detroit and earns a shot at an NBA title. A lot of this also has to do with Dennis Rodman. Episodes 3 and 4 have to do with Dennis Rodman. I side with Ryan Russillo when it comes to these episodes. And he says, I kind of knew that stuff about Rodman. He's an introvert. He's an introvert who's not understood.
Introverted extrovert.
And I said, when he said that, I was like, you know what? He's right.
I love Rodman.
I disagree with you on this.
On that number 10, you write them all down, and then we'll come
I'll
back.
write yours down.
Because I'm right. At number 9 is episode 3.
Okay.
Episode 3 and 4, oddly enough, well, not too oddly enough, episode 3 and 4 are the the third and fourth highest rated ones. It went down every week, which is shocking to me. But the ratings and everything else. So viewers wise, all
third
and
4 were the highest rated.
Third and I'm sorry. Number 3 was the third highest by viewers. Number 4 was the 5th. But anyway, so now moving on to number 8.
Mm-hmm.
Ranking at number 8, episode 5.
Wow, you were way off.
Air Jordan and Be Like Mike to the 1992 finals in the Olympic Dream Team. Michael becomes a global cultural icon. Unlike any other is the description for that one. And that is episode 5. That's a pretty good one. I mean, you get the NBA finals, you got the Olympic Dream Team, but there's other better ones, T-Roy.
Sure there are.
Yeah.
You think.
Episode 6 is at number 7.
Disagree with you there as well.
This is the time that you have the book, the Jordan Rules that come out, and this is the time that they're going for their third straight title in 1993.
Mm-hmm.
At number 6 is episode 10. Battered and exhausted, the Bulls conclude their last dance with a 6th championship. Michael and Phil reflect, and others reflect on the end of their dynasty.
Okay.
At number 5 is episode 2. Scottie Pippen rises to become one of the NBA's best players. An injury early in Jordan's career shows distrust with Bulls management.
They weren't practicing load management, Jay.
At number 4 is episode 1. The highest rated one out of all of them. 5.73 million viewers.
Wow.
Talk about Jordan's college and early NBA days and the Bulls making a preseason trip to Paris. At number 3 is episode 9. The Bulls faced stiff challenges to their reign in 1997 against Utah and in 1998 versus Indiana. Steve Kerr makes his mark on the dynasty. At number 2 is episode 8. Michael's return energizes the Bulls, the city, and the NBA, but a playoff loss in 1995 fuels him to work harder than ever to get back on top. And the number 1 episode is episode 7.
You and I could not be further apart.
Crushed by the death of his father, a mentally exhausted Michael retires in 1993 to play baseball. The Bulls move on with Scottie in the lead role.
Can I watch them in this order?
Give me your
7
thing.
ends it perfectly. That's the whole one. That's where he goes to break.
All right, see. So Jay's rankings, obviously. You just heard them.
Yeah, they were dead on.
All right. No, they weren't. They're terrible.
Oh, Lord.
All right, I'll start out at number 10.
Okay.
Episode 7.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow, really?
1, it's the worst part of it for me because it reminds me of how sad I was when he was retired, how sad I was for him when his father died. It was hands down, when I say the worst, it was still great. It was still a great episode, but it just reminded me of the sad parts of this entire thing. So that's why I have it at 10. In episode 6, I have it number 9. Same thing. That's when the book came out. That's when all these idiots started hounding him, and it forced him out of the game. That's why 6 and 7 to me were the worst, because it basically broke him down mentally. All this stuff that happened and his father dying.
So it wasn't based on the show and how it was put together. It was based on the events that happened during those episodes.
Me, yes.
Okay,
and
gotcha.
for me, that's what I'm doing. Okay. Right. at 8, just because it was the last episode, I put 10 because it's over. To me, that's the next saddest moment of this, is that I have to realize that the love I had for Mike was gone. Well, not gone, but you know what I'm saying? I couldn't watch it anymore as it was. And then the same thing kind of working its way down at number 7, I have episode 9. It was good to relive all that and see them getting over and on the, you know, on Utah, the flu game and all that, or the, what do you want to call it? The other game. At number 6, I have episode 4 with Phil. I like this one. I like the fact that they get by Detroit. I love that episode a lot. And it was tough for me. Moving forward, every one of these I loved a lot. So at 5, I put episode 8, which that's Jordan coming back. Jordan coming back after the first retirement and just getting this thing back together. And the determination and him, I want to say that was the episode where he talked about hitting Kerr in the face and saying, man, I felt this tall. Like you know what I'm saying? You finally get to hear Jordan talk about it instead of everybody saying, oh, he hit Kerr in the face one time, okay? And then at number 4, I have episode 3. That was the, you know, just the story, and I remember them struggling to overcome the Pistons and how they beat him up and how it just, for the people who never got to see the struggles that Jordan had, they just remember, oh, everybody talks about he won all the time, get the crap beat out of him.
Right.
I wanted it to show him. Episode 2, if I remember correctly, I have that at 3. Episode 2, I have at 3. That was the one I believe that he scores the 63 like in the playoffs.
Yeah. Yep.
Just the fact that they have LL Cool J on Bad, the soundtrack, that to me was why I love that one so much. Just because I remember being a kid watching that game, Jay, and just that brought me back to being a kid again.
Oh, I love that.
And then for me, the number 1 watched one was at number 2, and that's episode 1. Just him as a youth, remembering how awkward his jumper looked when he was a North Carolina Tar Heel. You know what I'm saying? It just looked different as he evolved his game and his jumper grew to be beautiful. How it kind of looked awkward when he hit that game winner against Georgetown. And then for me, my favorite episode, hands down, was episode 5, when that's the one where they have the practice game where Magic Johnson gets so pissed off he throws the ball into the stands, and then
but you can see that on the documentary that NBA TV did. You can see all that stuff.
But I'm just telling you how I like it here. I liked it here. You can't make me throw other
Well, it's
documentaries.
power rankings. It's not T. Roy's, you know, where he was at for the day or in his life going on.
Hey, my power rankings are mine, Mr. Bird. Hey, I don't have perfect teeth, all right? So I have to have my own power rankings.
Perfect teeth. I just don't have cavities. I just don't have cavities. That's it.
It's okay.
All right. Idiot. But that's where the power.
That's why I had mine. But I explained why I ranked them the way I did. You explained the way you ranked them.
How long have you guys been married?
Yeah.
We've been doing this show for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, the 7 one, man, I could watch that over and over. How he just talks about that. You don't want to play the game that way, then don't play the game. And he goes.
You guys,
then he just goes break. That's it. That's how you.
I could watch this over and over again. The entire thing.
I can't wait to watch it. I put it off.
No, and that's it. I've had this conversation multiple times this weekend with different people that said, like, you know what, I'm gonna wait and watch all at once. So that you're gonna get that surge on social media when people be like, wow, I just binge watched The Last Dance and it's fantastic. Like, yeah,
did you?
Yeah, everyone.
I mean, hopefully we didn't spoil too much for you.
Nah.
But I think the thing you're gonna like,
there's
there's
nothing you can do to spoil us.
Yeah.
But the thing is, what I think you're gonna like, you're gonna love the soundtrack.
From the little bit that I did watch already,
you're gonna love the soundtrack.
I had it on in the background as I was cleaning the bar yesterday, and it was just awesome just to listen to the stuff about Phil Jackson dropping acid.
Yeah.
What? It's hilarious. And then
what?
Just everything about Rodman. Rodman's probably my favorite part about that. It's Rodman's my favorite basketball player of all time, not Jordan. I didn't say best, I said favorite.
Yeah.
So just his antics, his demeanor, his style of play, everything about Rodman was just incredible for me.
Some of the greatest quotes in this whole thing are from Rodman too. There's one that's just him after they win the 6th title.
Yeah.
And he's walking off the court. He goes, "This is the greatest team of all time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what F anybody says, and you're on a bunch of MF and drugs if you think not.
Right.
And he's saying that he's coming off the court, and like
Right.
everybody's like people around him, he's just talking.
I like watching Scotty and Dennis's reactions as they're listening to Jordan's interview and him listening to Jordan tell stories about it. Watching their live genuine interactions is hilarious. They're sitting there watching on their phones like normal people.
Well, yeah. Well, they handed to Robin. They see, and Robin's sitting there, and they got.
Yeah.
I like one of my favorite parts is like you said. Rodman's looking at the tablet. Phil's looking at the tablet of Michael talking about Rodman asking to go on vacation,
Yep.
and they're both laughing.
Yeah.
Like he
Phil's
needs a
shaking his
vacation.
head, laughing, and Rodman just goes, "I went on vacation."
Yeah.
Where are you gonna go? North Korea?
Can you imagine? Like everybody says, like we've played the game of like what is your fantasy job as far as like if you could be a manager on a baseball team. Can you imagine not just being a manager, not just being a coach, but being a coach of that team?
No.
That like any pick a year, 96, 97, 98, either any of those years. To coach that roster,
That epic
and
of a
have to deal
roster.
with.
Well, even in
Dennis
episode,
Rodman
was
tells
it
you he's going on
episode
vacation.
10, Jay, where they go, where Dennis goes and does the wrestling?
Yeah.
Serge, you remember that,
Yeah,
right?
when he went and teamed up with Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
He skipped a practice.
Skipped a practice
To
after
go beyond-
Game 3.
Was Yeah.
After
Yeah.
Game 3 of the finals.
Of the NBA Finals, skipped a
And-
practice.
and- and-
I remember this vividly.
And the reporter goes to Phil. Phil, did this distract the team from winning the championship? He goes, did it distract us from our job? No, none of us.
Right.
He goes, I don't know about Dennis.
Right.
Dennis Rodman is if Zero F's was a person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like just
He was one of the originals.
But there was something, and I had to go back and watch 10 because I couldn't pick up on what Phil was saying once they all got back to the practice, or they showed a footage of the practice. And Phil said something, so-and-so wasn't here at the beginning of practice, but we ran Dennis into the ground or something like this. And were they saying, was Dennis just not there and they were joking about Dennis not being there?
I
And then
think
someone
so.
said Rodzilla.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how they broke.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
they
their-
broke
yeah.
Rodzilla.
Mhm.
And then... But Dennis goes, they knew damn well that I'd be there. And then he had
Yeah, and he
one
did.
of the...
He had
He had one of the
great
best
game.
games of the series,
Right.
Game 4.
See, like he needs that
they were up 3 games to
mental
1.
that mental recharge for him is going out and doing something crazy.
Yeah.
Yes.
And everybody takes that break differently.
Well, that was
he
the
wants
one
a
where he
piercing
hit
or a
both.
tattoo, and that's what
He hits
recharges.
both free throws when it's tied 72
Yeah.
all or
Oh, my
74
gosh.
all, and then he hits a 3. I
Yeah.
remember him hitting. I remember because I remember watching these games. Like it was like.
I mean, you're talking about an American basketball player who has befriended, not only befriended but best friended
Yeah.
the communist dictator.
Well, not at the time he had.
Yeah, I mean,
It was right around. It was shortly after that.
he's the only American that Kim Jong Un would allow
Right.
into North Korea.
Because he was a kid. He was a kid, and he loved Dennis Rodman. He liked to watch the Bulls.
Right, but that's a feat in
Skips
itself.
practice after Game 3 of the NBA Finals, goes on WWE, pairs up with Hulk Hogan, joins the NWO, comes back and has the best game
Jay,
ever.
who does he hit in the back with the chair? Jay, do you know?
DDP.
That's right, Diamond Dallas Page.
Well, they're setting up in the future. It's going to be a tag team match with Diamond Dallas Page and Karl Malone versus Hogan and Rodman.
I've done yoga with DDP.
Did you?
I did, yeah. Up in Naperville.
I know. I know a lot of girls that did yoga with
body
DP.
slam Karl Malone?
I think so.
Yeah.
Nobody got that, but that's
Not a very good match, but yeah, it's
Keep going.
He ended up going on, and Rodman ended up suing WCW for not paying him for the 2 pay-per-view things. It got dismissed out of court.
What's Rodman doing right now?
Doing interviews for The Last Dance.
But what is he up to in life?
I don't know. He wants to talk about North Korea a lot.
Does he?
That's what the director Jason Hare said. He said
That's
every
his-
time
yeah.
there was a break in between, he still wanted to talk about it.
I'd want to talk about it too.
Speaking of Jason
It's
Hare,
amazing.
Wesley Morris of the New York Times wrote, Hare has this trick where anytime someone says something debatable or controversial or simply worthy of running by Michael Jordan, he hands him an iPad and makes him watch what's said. And every time Hare does it, Jordan turns the reaction into gold. He's an incredulous Zeus in these moments, lightning bolts falling from his toga as he laughs, zapping lesser gods.
His toga.
Jordan?
Yeah. Now, it's been said, and I don't want to. We're not going to get into it, but more and more, the comparisons are going to be LeBron versus Jordan. What is he in? 17 years now, LeBron. 17 years, 3 titles, 3 different teams. The kill list that Jordan has of people that did not win an NBA title,
Right.
because of him, is insane.
20.
Hall of Famers,
Hall of Famers.
don't have rings because of him.
Eliminated. 20 different Hall of Famers eliminated. The one that got eliminated the most 4 times, Patrick Ewing.
God, that was a big dude.
Poor Patrick Ewing.
I always liked him. He was his very scary face. Like he always scared me as a
see him
child.
now.
Like he was just very mean looking, very intimidating, like bone structure.
He
always scared me when I was little.
Listen, there's some Hall of Famers that are playing now. We know that. I mean,
I hated Patrick Ewing, and he was such a good basketball player.
He was.
He was awesome. They were always just a thorn in the side of the Bulls, and they just never could quite come over the
So, Jay, total years played for Jordan. Let's break this down. His first year was 86.
He was drafted in 84, so 84, 85.
All right, 84, 85. So 10 years roughly until his first. No, 8 years until his first retirement.
Well, we'll just pull up the basketballreference.com.
Yeah, I want to see how many total years he played.
Well,
who
before 98?
Who?
Because I know he came back like in 2001 or 2.
I'm sounding like an owl now.
Yeah, he came back. Yeah.
Talking about Jordan's career.
Okay, when he came back, what was the question?
How many total years?
85. I'm sorry. Yeah, did I say 84? 84, 85. Yeah. So now, what do you want to know?
So how many years did he play, including the
13,
15
seasons overall. 13 with Chicago, 2 with Washington. He came back.
All right, so take
2001.
The 2 with Washington, what years were those?
2001, 2002.
Okay.
And then 2002, 2003 season. He played all 82 games when he was 39 years old. 39. He played all 82 games.
Every game.
Okay, so let me get this straight. He missed, and then the seasons he missed
94.
93, 94. Or was it 94, 95?
93, 94.
All right, he missed the 93, 94, and then he came back
for the last third of the season in 95. 94, 95.
I thought he came back for like 4 games or something like that.
No, he came back for like it was more than 4 games. I think it was like 13,
what does it say,
13
games.
Yeah,
how many games did he play in 95?
He played in the 94-95 season, 17.
17 games.
More than I thought.
All right, so he missed whatever. He missed a good 60 games.
Oy.
Roughly. If there's 82, he missed 65 games.
I was waiting for that.
Sorry,
got it.
So 82.
But just follow me here.
55.
So I'm saying, and then I argue. Argue from if he would have played the 98, 99, 99, 2000. Okay, and then even if he retires, then if he plays those next 2 years, I mean, I argue Jordan missed four years of his prime still, or prime type numbers.
I'm trying to look at the playoffs here.
I mean, his skills definitely diminished the 3 years he was off until he came back in 01.
I don't know if his skills diminished. I mean, he aged.
He aged.
But with age, skills diminish.
That's what I'm saying.
All right.
I'm not saying he sucked. He didn't
No,
suck
you just
at all.
I don't really think his skills even diminished that much, even with age. I don't think, because he didn't have.
He couldn't jump as high, Serge. He wasn't quite as quick.
Maybe
I'm just saying he wasn't quite as quick.
I don't know.
Maybe not against him, other people, but against himself, it slowed down a bit. You know what I mean? He was still better than 90% of the people on the court, but he wasn't as good as
Scottie Pippen and Dennis
self.
Rodman, Ron Harper, and Tony Kukoc and Luke Longley on the side of him. I bet you he'd be pretty quick.
Kukoc, I loved Kukoc. What happened to Kukoc?
Yeah, in 01, yes. But I'm just saying, when he came back 01, it wasn't.
All right.
95, 96, 97 seasons. 32, 33, 34 years old. 304 games, 304 starts. That is incredible. That is absolutely incredible.
And of all those seasons, all those seasons, Jay, what's it? Up until 98, what did he average every season?
Number of games,
points per game.
Okay. I'm trying to look at the first run. How many games he and then the first run of 3, he never missed a single game in the first run either. All right, how many points per game?
Yeah, roughly did he average?
Which one? The first?
Just go down the seasons.
Oh,
starting in 80-45.
28.2.
Okay.
22.7. For the next 7 years, he's going to lead the league in points per game. 37.1, 35, 32.5, 33.6, 31.5, 30.1, 32.6.
Wow.
Led the league in points per game during all 3 runs of the the championships. Obviously, his last 3 for the Bulls led the league. Then went 26.9 in that 17 games, 30.4, 29.6, 28.7.
Unreal.
It's pretty disgusting how
And not missing
insanely
games.
Yeah,
And
not missing games. There's no.
And you
load
said in
management.
that 02-03 season, his last season, he played all 82 games.
He played all 82 games.
And how many did he play the year before?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. He did not. He played. He missed 15 games. So I apologize.
Okay.
I
What about
must have been looking at
01-02?
different stat. He 53 out of 60.
Okay.
Yeah. So, wow, still really, really good. And it's LaFontaine.
LaFontaine.
The CBSSports.com did a where did it go? The top 12 moments of the show. And where did I lose it at? Oh. Obviously some of the ones that we've looked at. How do I put it?
Hey, T-Ray, while Jay's looking here, you want to know why Jordan's better than LeBron?
Uh-oh.
Just reason number 100.
Yeah.
Guess what number is retired in Miami? The Heat.
Oh, wow.
23.
Guess what number is not retired in Miami?
6.
There you go. Jordan's number is retired for the Heat for a team he never played for. LeBron won a championship for the Heat, and his number is not retired.
Ooh, you hear that,
you
Bron?
like
You
apples?
hear that, Brownies? You hear that? You heard that, little Brownies out there?
Come at me.
The thing of it is, to be honest with you,
I like
I
that.
get that there's this generation that didn't grow up with Jordan.
Oh, they know now.
Well, and like there's some
LeBron's great, you guys.
Oh, absolutely.
LeBron is great.
I love LeBron.
He's not a Jordan, though.
It's literally unfair to LeBron to try to compare him to Mike.
They do it, though. LeBron fans do
I
it.
know
They've been doing it since the day he retired. How many baby Jordan? There was baby Jordan. He's the next Jordan. This person's the next Jordan. They've been waiting for someone.
Listen,
He was on the cover of Sports
Kobe
Illustrated.
is the only one that came close. I'm sorry.
And he said there's no comparison without him. Without MJ.
LeBron
I'm
is
him.
phenomenal. He is a phenomenal number 3. Yeah. He's great. And then like his off the court things, okay, if you want to set him aside as far as a better person, go ahead. Sure.
Whatever.
Take that.
I'm not. I
Better
think
humanitarian, better family man, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. Okay, great. But that's not what we're talking about.
But yeah,
We're talking about basketball.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah. I mean, what? Oh, he didn't
Okay.
have it. He
Talking
didn't divorce his
basketball?
wife. Okay.
What's
good
your
for you.
argument? Oh, I bet you LeBron could beat Jordan one-on-one. Oh, okay. Like, it's not what we're talking about.
I'm just saying. You give me both in the prime. I'm sorry.
Sure.
Mike's not. We've shown how many alpha dogs Mike had to show that. Listen, you're an alpha dog, but there's
one of the best.
This is my pack.
What that reminds me of is when their first championship against the Lakers.
Yeah.
Lakers won game 1 at Chicago.
Correct.
And then after that,
They got swept.
in game 2, that turning point in game 2, oh my gosh.
That was
incredible.
Game 2. Yeah.
And he stole it from Magic because Magic was excited to play against Jordan in the finals.
Yeah.
Because he had played against everybody else.
What did
at
Magic
that
say?
time.
Magic said, I don't know if it was in that episode, but Magic ended up saying that was when I knew Michael Jordan was the best player. I mean, even Bird on talking about Jordan when that night he scored 63.
Which time?
Yeah, Bird goes, that wasn't Michael Jordan. That was God dressed as Michael Jordan.
Right.
What did Reggie Miller call him?
Black Jesus.
Black Jesus.
Well, now,
There was
let's not get
one of the
crazy.
Air Jordan shoes. I think it was the 10th edition of Air Jordans because yes, it was the 10th one because it was the year he retired the first time. So 94, they came out with the Air Jordans that had his. They thought that the Air Jordan line was going to be done because he was retired temporarily. So they said, you know what? No, we're not going to be done. We're going to continue this. But this shoe right there, they put like some stats on the bottom of the shoe. They put lines on the shoe, horizontal lines across the bottom of the shoe that read, I think it was a highlight from each year.
Wow.
And I think 63 points is on there twice.
Yeah,
and then he came back when he came back in
63
'95.
was
He
in the
wore those
playoffs.
shoes.
I don't know if he did it in the regular season or something, but yeah, I mean, it was insane.
Let me find it here for you. Hang on.
let's take a break. When we come back, we'll take a look at the 12 best moments according to Colin Ward-Henniger at CBS Sports. And then at 1:30, we're going to call our friend AC Earl and talk to him about The Last Dance, the NBA, and just it's always fun to catch up with AC. So we're going to talk to him at 1:30. We're going to take a quick break first.
Let me tell you about Bayside Bistro in the Village of East Davenport. Bayside Bistro is not your ordinary sandwich shop. You won't find deli meat on their menu. They use fresh ingredients only, and orders are made to order from scratch. From paninis like the Bayside Po' Boy to the roasted beet and green bean salad, Bayside Bistro has an incredible menu that specializes in what, Troy?
Deliciousness.
That's right. And don't forget about their smoothies and fresh juices that they make, and they're incredible.
Ooh, I'm going to go have a green thing.
entrees. I want the green bean salad. Don't take our word for it, though. Go check out their Facebook page and read the over 500 recommendations from guests. Stop by Bayside Bistro today at 1105 Christie Street in the East Village of Davenport.
You like that? You like that? Give me a hell yeah. I said give me a hell yeah.
This is Randall, the QC hot dog guy. You're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
ESPN 1170 AM.
We will get our momentum back. Our business is back, our smiles back, ourselves back. Because that's what this community does. At First Midwest Bank, we want to thank our colleagues for doing everything they can to help our clients and our communities get through this. Because we are all in this together. And together, we will get our momentum back. First Midwest Bank. Visit firstmidwest.com. Member FDIC.
The Will Kane Show.
Joe Judge became head coach of the New York Giants. As I walked up today in the hallways, Mike A gave me that good to see you smile, but it's more like a wince because Nuno was nearby. We weren't really worried about anger so much as hurt feelings.
It was an apologetic look, like you'd see when you know somebody's had a rough day, like, how you holding up, big guy? How you doing, champ?
Wait a minute. We're all about honesty here. No one's like that. We want to see each other miserable. Like, that's what everyone was hoping for, is that I would be miserable, because it would have just been great for the show, right? Like, I would have to produce the show, and on a Monday after Jason Garrett's just sitting here clapping away, and then I can't even speak.
And just out of curiosity, not for any personal interest of mine or Mike A's or Bubba's, how miserable are you?
The Will Kane Show, 2 till 5 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
Car old? Need it sold? Get rid of that old car and do a good deed at the same time. It's the Arrowhead Ranch Annual Auto Auction coming soon to Coal Valley. That's right, it's back. Donate your car, truck, SUV, or motorcycle, and if you live within 40 miles of Coal Valley, they will even pick it up, even if it doesn't run. All donations are tax deductible. Call 309-799-7044 or visit them online at arrowheadyouth.org. Car old? Need it sold? Arrowhead Ranch Annual Auto Auction. Stay tuned for an auction date in Coal Valley.
Is your kitchen or bathroom embarrassing? You need them redone. But do you know a contractor that you could trust? You need an all-star. You need to call Mike at All-Star Home Services. Mike and his team have been transforming kitchens and bathrooms for over 15 years. Call today for $500 off your complete kitchen or bath project. Plus, with financing available, get your kitchen or bath done today for one low monthly payment. Call 563-299-3786 or at all-starhomeservices.com.
In the Army National Guard, family means everything.
They really appreciate what she's done as a sister as well as a soldier and, supporting their country.
Our parents, they were really supportive that all 5 of us would join.
Family members that are soldiers in the Army National Guard inspire and influence, setting a path for others.
It's validating knowing that, I kind of did my part to make sure this is what they actually wanted and that they feel the same way I do. I'm really proud that we get to help shape the future, and I know that my sisters are going to be amazing soldiers.
Serving part-time in the Army National Guard instills pride that you and your family will share in.
A lot of pride, and they're just out there doing something every day and then serving the country as well.
I got my education because of the Guard. I got to travel a little bit and experience a whole different culture.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service. Sponsored by the Iowa Army National Guard, aired by the Iowa Broadcasters Association and this station.
With the loss of a loved one, planning a fitting service can be a real challenge. At Whelan Presley Funeral Homes and Crematory, with our personalized service and attention to detail, you can be confident the service will be everything you wished for. We've been serving families in our area for generations. We would be privileged to serve yours too. Whelan Presley Funeral Homes and Crematory, Rock Island, Milan, Reynolds, and the Knox Chapel.
From the Sheedy Family Chiropractic Studios, this is the Quad Cities sports leader, ESPN 1170 AM, KBOB, Davenport.
All right, everybody. Find out a lot of neat stuff off the air. But anyway, we're back here in the Hassel Castle.
Never any fun in here. Never any fun.
Done right, satellite and dish.
So
and this
boring.
is Don't
missed you
Hass
guys.
Us Local. AM 1170.
On CBSSports.com, the author, Colin Ward Henniger, lists the 12 best moments from The Last Dance. Ranked. Number 12, the legendary Space Jam pickup games.
Yes.
Jordan launched his NBA comeback late in the 94-95 season, but his Bulls lost to Orlando Magic. He was going to make the movie. He was scheduled to film Space Jam for several weeks, so he had producers build him a full-scale basketball court, and he recruited players to come play like Juwan Howard and Reggie Miller. Again, I would love to see. I wish there was more film of that. That would just be awesome. At number 11, Jordan calls out Horace Grant for snitching. Apparently, some people believe in the Jordan rules that it was Horace Grant that was the informant. Although Horace Grant vehemently denies it, it was more of a thing that I think didn't the show kind of say like everyone just kind of pointed at Horace and was like it was just him.
But BJ was like it wasn't just Horace.
Mm-hmm.
There was too much that it could be just Horace. So BJ kind of debunked it.
Number
and Mike
10
was just like, well, it was Horace, but whatever. Like, yeah.
Number 10, T-Ray, you touched upon this. Jordan gives Gus the game ball.
Love that.
A Game 7 win over the Indiana Pacers in the 98 NBA playoffs.
Thought
Eastern
it was a nice
Conference Finals.
touch that they had Gus's wife on there as well.
Yeah. Jordan said, when my father got killed, he became like a father figure to me. So the bond between MJ and Gus Lett was special. Number 9, Black Jesus. Reggie Miller starts calling him, don't ever talk trash to Black Jesus. We also called him the Big Black Cat.
Jesus. The Black Jesus.
Never said, I no longer called him Michael Jordan. Called him MJ, Black Jesus, or the Black Cat.
What's with those names with the Black Cat, the Black Jesus, the Black Mamba?
Well,
you want to answer that?
Kobe Black Mamba.
Does it have to do with their skin color?
Yeah, no.
You don't think so?
The
Well,
Mamba.
the Black Jesus probably, but
Yeah.
the Black Cat was more like if you
The outcast.
if a black cat walks in front of you, it's bad luck.
7 years, yeah.
So the thing was, Jordan was bad luck to his enemies.
Ooh, I like that.
That's the Black Cat.
That's
thing.
sexy. I like it. All right, carry on.
Number 8. Thank you, Bomber. Continue with your little countdown there, Jay. Chop, chop.
Kobe gave himself that nickname anyway.
Number 8, Harper wanted to guard
does that?
MJ on the shot. That it would be the shot that he had over the Cavaliers guard, Craig Elo. Harper, who talked about it, it's in the interview, it's in the documentary. Lenny Wilkins told him Elo was going to guard Jordan, and Harper's response is one of the funniest moments of the documentary. He said, yeah, okay, whatever, F this BS. It is a good moment. Number 7, Kobe calls Jordan his big brother. That was a tough one. That was episode number 5. That was a tough beginning to the whole thing. It is a good moment. 5 should have been probably higher in my, now looking back on it, my rankings. Because that's the one where they're talking, they have the All-Star game. Bird says, we're here, we might as well win this. He starts talking about Kobe. He's like, that Laker guy is just going to want the ball the entire time.
Little Laker.
Yeah, the little Laker kid, little Laker boy.
That little Laker
calls him
dude.
selfish. Yeah.
Who's that?
And number 6, Stogie and a baseball bat.
You're talking about BJ.
Yeah, but he's
Armstrong,
trash
Leah.
talk. Yeah,
Armstrong, Leah.
I know.
He's sitting. It's
Stop it. I wasn't even going there, but now thanks. That's where my mind's at, and here we go.
yeah. Jordan's sitting there talking about the art of trash talk, all the while puffing on a cigar and going through half swings with a baseball bat. Number 5, Jordan's colorful words for Isaiah. I know it's all BS, Jordan said before he even looked at the tablet. Whatever Isaiah says now, you know it wasn't his true actions then. He's had time enough to think about it or the reaction of the public that's changed his perspective. You can show me anything you want. There's no way you convince me he wasn't an a-hole. Number 4, Rodman's 48-hour Vegas vacation. I think even more incredible is him getting on motorcycle with a beer can at night wearing sunglasses, and he runs a red light.
Isn't that when he married
Or
Carmen?
stop sign. He blows through. She was just there. It was his girlfriend, but yeah, she was in the hotel.
She was in the
Number 3, Jordan relentlessly insulting Scotty Burrell. By the way, that's another fun tweet I saw last night. Scotty Burrell's the one that ordered the pizza, that delivered the pizza.
Did he spit on?
No, that Jordan spit on or whatever. And that is a big deal. That was the one thing Jordan thought most people were going to say when he said, like, I'm not going to be thought of very well, and it was more about Scotty Burrell. Keep in mind, for those just listening who haven't been following, paying attention, him and Scotty Burrell are good friends.
Oh, well, yeah.
Jordan thought a lot of him. Number 2, Jordan laughs off the glove. That moment is... I felt like I was the only one watching when he did that.
Gary Payton?
Yeah.
What was it?
All right, so... they're talking about the
97.
90... No. Against... Is it 97?
Yep.
Against Sonics? Okay.
Oh, no, sorry.
No.
96.
Okay. Gary Payton, George Karl doesn't have Gary Payton guard him through the first 3 games. And then Gary Payton finally says, F that, I'm going to guard him.
Yeah.
And Jordan did not have a very good game. And then it might be 4 or 5. I don't know.
Who did they have on him?
I don't know. But basically, so it says...
Why do you not have Gary Payton guard him?
I don't know.
That's
you go back when you see
no
it. No
wonder the Sonics lost.
Yeah.
Idiots.
So... The clip has Gary Payton, known as the Glove for his defensive prowess, talking about how he kept Jordan in check during the last few games of the 96 finals. By all counts and numbers, Payton actually did stifle Jordan, but that's what makes this whole thing so great. In Jordan's mind, the very idea of Payton keeping him in check is literally laughable, and he caps it off with the perfect way. And then he laughs when he said, because he hands him the tablet, Jason Hare does, and Glove says, like, yeah, if I would have been on him like the first 3 games or 2 games, we would have won the series. And he just laughs at it, and then he says, I had no problem with the glove. Like, he hands it back. I mean, the reaction is just great. And then same episode, the number 1 moment is Jordan breaking down the Father's Day win. And you've all seen it before, but it's completely different. You've seen Jordan hugging a trophy. You've seen Jordan crying on Father's Day, but to see him like uncontrollably crying, emotional on the floor is something you haven't seen before.
Right.
So that I'm okay with that.
And I got Surge's set ready.
Yeah, Serge is set ready. All right. Okay, can we wait till after we talk to you?
Oh, yeah, we have to wait till after we talk to AC. It's to build up.
Yeah.
So now, Serge, you weren't here last Thursday, but the way we set this up is your set is a 3-song set.
Right.
First song is your,
naturally.
The first song is your tease.
Okay.
The second song is your strip, because you're taking it off. And your third is your work. You're going around getting your
That's
money.
when you break a sweat.
You're going to get your monies. Okay.
Monies.
So I got your 3 songs.
All right.
And I break for these 2. I had it all broke down like what they wear and how it happens. So I got his whole.
Okay.
Surge's might be my.
I swear to God, if you put more energy and time into Surge's than you did ours.
No, I didn't. But I just think the idea of what I got behind Surge's is really damn good. I almost dropped an F-bomb.
Is it because of his voice?
No, it's nothing to do with
He's talking on stage.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
I ain't making it out with his voice.
Voice, so he gets more attention.
No. Jay's got the
He's gonna come out. He's gonna be the only stripper that comes out on stage and announces himself.
Yeah, that's good. I like that.
All right,
ladies and gentlemen, welcome to
moving on down to the front stage.
Me.
Bomber for the win on that one. That's a great idea.
That's not my idea, Bomber, but you just let me do what I'm doing.
I'll let you borrow it. It's fine.
Okay.
Love you.
I like it.
Uh-oh. Jeez,
What's
sorry
going
about
on, Jay?
I don't know. I got a notification. Apparently, I'm live. Sweet. Sorry. Go away.
What are you doing over there?
I'm in the wrong buttons. Abort.
Do you know
Yeah, too many things going on, Jay.
Yeah, I'm waiting for text.
You're already on Facebook Live. You're already on YouTube.
SOS.
You're already on the radio. Now you're going to
do you
Facebook
want me to
Live
go
on your
through
phone.
Surge's thing now?
No.
Want me to Snapchat
No,
you right
it's
now?
just too much going on. I'm just waiting.
Here, Jay,
He's
I
all
want AC to give me the
Jay,
okay.
Smile, you'll be on my Snapchat.
Okay.
He's flustered thinking about Surge getting on stage.
You guys knock it off.
Give his dollar
again.
It's AC Earl.
Yeah, don't embarrass me.
Don't embarrass me. Okay.
Good luck with that. Oh, look how serious he got.
Get me in trouble.
All right.
No.
Shh. I'm serious.
What, Dad?
Don't embarrass me in front of AC.
AC Slater.
Do not. You can Jake from State Farm, the guy from Lead Sports, all you want, but
I won't do it.
Don't be scared.
Hello.
Coach Earl, welcome to Don't Hassle Us Local, sir. How are you doing today?
Great. Just manic Monday, as they say.
It is a manic Monday. I'll tell you what, we got a lot to talk to you about today, but give me a one-word reaction to The Last Dance. What did you think?
Excellent, compelling. It was done it was done great. I thought. I just wish it was a little bit longer.
I think I could watch that every week for the rest of my. Yeah, if they could just keep going.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
Now, obviously, you played with a lot of these guys, against a lot of these guys. I mean, all this stuff that's going on. I mean, what were some of your favorite moments or things that stuck out to you or brought back memories or anything that you always have the best stories. So I guess,
Yeah, I had a lot of, I guess I had a lot of insight and access behind the scenes. And we kind of talked about it last time, is I knew Corey Blount very well.
Mm-hmm. Right.
He was my draft class, so he went to the Bulls, I think, maybe 22nd or 21st or something like that. So he would tell me stories when we'd meet up, in Chicago, when we played Chicago and things like that. So I got stories from him. I knew Dickie Simpkins. I think he went to Providence or Seton Hall or something like that. I can't remember. He's a year or two younger than me, but he used to come out and play in the Boston Celtics free agent camp when he was in college. And that was one of the things that Red Auerbach had started. If you do some research, Red Auerbach used to do this secret kind of free agent camp where he'd invite college players in during the Celtics free agent camp, and the college players would come in, and then he could scout. He used that as scouting. So they had still done that up until I was playing. So Dickie Simpkins, I remember one time he was a college kid, and he came up to me with the Celtics. He was like, "Oh man, I hope I get to the NBA. If you can ever give me some NBA stocks, that'd be great." So I snuck in some NBA stocks when he was like a junior or senior in college. So, later on, I knew Dickie Simpkins very well. So I had stories from him. And then obviously from DJ, from the first three.
Right.
DJ would come back and golf with us and play with us, and DJ would tell us stories. So, just from that, and then, Bobby Hampton coming back from Iowa. So we got tons of stories and behind-the-scenes knowledge of some of that stuff from some of my, players and ex-teammates and players that I knew. So I had a lot of privy to some of those stories.
It seems that Mike and BJ are still pretty tight. Would you say that's true?
Yes. So the one story is completely true. Well, and they depicted that in the where he was like, "Hey, I'm in town for breakfast. Why don't you come over?" and show them going to the practice facility. And it's funny because BJ told the story where he wanted to drive in first, and BJ said, "Yeah, but you don't have the card to get in it." So if you saw that part, BJ had to drive first because Jordan didn't have the card, to get the punch card, because it was expired. So BJ had to go in first. So in the beginning, every time he went to the arena, BJ would have to go with him to get him in. So so that part is completely true. And then obviously there's one part where another story, when they went to the White House, they put a hoop out there. I forget after the second or third one, I can't remember, a championship on the first three-peat. And one of the presidents asked Jordan to shoot. And so Jordan was spited, like, "I'm not going to shoot for you." It might have been the first George Bush. I can't remember. And so Jordan told BJ to go shoot because you better make it too. So BJ shot the first shot in the corner. So the BJ said, "Yeah, I'll shoot it, but I got to go to the corner." So that was BJ's shot. If you remember the first three championships. So BJ said, "Fine, I'll go to the corner." So what did he do? He makes the shot. So and Jordan set him up to do it. So so just BJ was very close to him, and he was even at the press conference when he retired. BJ was next to him. They didn't show that. I was looking for that part. I think after when they did some Q&A, I think BJ was next to him. So I think it was BJ and Pippen were next to him. So yeah, BJ's very, very close to him.
And you could tell too, even like when BJ got over on him in that game 2 of that series with the Hornets. When BJ had to move on to the expansion draft. BJ's like, hey, he goes, I took all my knowledge and used it in one game, and he had a great game. But Michael said, here it is. BJ was talking his trash. All right, friend or not, I'm going to come after you. That's how Mike was.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how he was. I mean, obviously I didn't play against him in that way because we played different positions and the age difference. But, he took it personal against a lot of guys. Allen Iverson, he really took personal because they said Allen Iverson's the new way, the new player coming in. He took it against Vince Carter. He took it against Kobe. He took it against Tracy McGrady. Any of those long new wing players, Larry Hughes, Gary Stackhouse, all those guys, he really took it personal because he didn't think those guys were ready to take over the torch.
Touching base on some of those players along that line, and I'm kind of losing my train of thought here, so bear with me. But he kind of. I guess I don't know if you say you picked on people, but like let's just say with Bird, for example, like you met Larry and Larry was a trash talker too. Like you talked about the time when he wanted you to try to block his shot,
Oh yeah.
And so at the end of that, I want to say the end of the series against Indiana when Bird tells him he's a bitch and whatever. Yeah. I mean that trash talking between the two of them, that was. Because they were very tight. Is that right, from what you know or what you recall?
They got tighter later. They weren't tight when they played. They got tighter later. They were golf buddies, and they did some things like that. And they got closer in the dream team. So,
right.
We heard from Christian Laettner. Christian Laettner would probably go to jail for all the snitching nowadays because he was on that dream team. So all the stories he told was he had to go through the regular elevator every day to the suite where they stayed at. Or they stayed at, I think they either stayed on a boat or they stayed in a suite. I can't remember on the first dream team. But in order to get to the boat or whatever, they had an elevator or some kind of thing. And Christian Laettner was the only one. And some of the other guys like John Stockton or Karl Malone, they're the only ones that rode the regular entrance. And there was a back entrance that Barkley, Magic, Bird, Jordan, and took. And so Christian Laettner said those guys would play cards every night, and they'd have all these third boys that would just send out some liquor and cigars and, snacks. And so, a couple of times they would just call Laettner and say, all right, man, you got to come get us some cigars, and he'd go here and do that. So Bird, so Bird got, so Bird was in that group. It was Bird, Barkley, Magic, Jordan, that was the main card playing group every night.
I do have a question about Bird and that mentality of being hard on everybody and being the leader or whatever. And you would probably know this is a story that was told because people are kind of getting on Jordan saying like, you don't really have to be an a-hole to be a leader. But Bird was very hard on people as well. So was McHale. Is there any truth that they kind of just ran Brad Lohaus out of Boston because he just couldn't handle the pressure they put on him?
Yeah, they didn't really like Brad's mentality. Brad is, is all 7-footers are. We're a little quirky a little bit, they love Bill Walton because he could play. Bill was quirky, but he could play. Brad didn't really take basketball that serious, and there's a lot of Brad Lohaus stories. And I'll tell you one great one. When I got to the NBA, I thought, I was drafted, and I wanted to work out with an NBA ball. And you couldn't get an NBA ball. You had to know somebody to get an NBA ball, And I used to call agents and try to get my agent to get one. You couldn't get an NBA ball at that time. 1993. Imagine that. So I talked to Bruce Pearl, and I said, man, can you call Brad? Brad's in town. But, Brad doesn't work out. Brad's fishy. That's all Brad does is fish and, hang out and do nothing. So I said, call Brad and see if we can get an NBA ball from him. Couldn't get a hold of Brad. I see his wife, Ann, because he was a part owner of the airliner. Mm-hmm. And I said, Ann, can I get Brad's ball? She said, I'll gladly give it to you because he sure as hell ain't going to use it. So I talked to TV one time during that time, and I said, I finally got his ball. Brad gave me his ball. And he said, yeah, I'll tell you a funny Brad Lowehouse story. The Tom Davis does the year after I got drafted. The year I got drafted, he goes, you really are going to go do well, I think, in the NBA because all Brad wanted to do when he got drafted, he said, I wanted to do three things in life. I wanted to get a college scholarship. I wanted to be on an Indian card, and I wanted to buy my own fishing boat. And I did that my first year in the NBA, so I think I'm done.
Nice.
Yeah. Wow.
Perfect.
So, so Brad really didn't take to that Celtic mentality, and that's one thing I think that prepared me is when I got out there is I knew this was going to be serious. These guys take basketball serious. Like, all that other stuff, they didn't like just hanging out, just being there, on the roster. You had to put in your time, you had to work hard, and, that was the Celtic way. So, and Brad ended up, finding his niches in other places, obviously, Milwaukee and Miami, and, I think he had a 13-year or 11-year career. So, but yeah, at first it was a little different for him out in Boston.
You mentioned earlier when we were talking about the undrafted free agent, basketball games, camp type of thing, and then they talked about the bubble, the Jordan Dome. Does that happen often in the off season that players will get together and play?
Well, yeah, it used to be at UCLA. That's what Magic started. Okay. So Magic had did that for years because it was somewhat close to his house, and that was the only place that had a court, I believe, at that time that most guys lived around. And so Magic started that, which you would call kind of noon ball thing. So when you came to LA, you were expected to go play to UCLA, and that was the thing. And so Jordan kind of took that from Magic because he couldn't get out to UCLA. So he said, "Fine, you guys just build me a place." So those guys all stopped coming for that summer. They stopped going to UCLA and played with Magic, and they played with Jordan there. And then he got some of the Bulls out there, BJ and some of those other guys to, kind of recruit, guys over. So I remember, like I said, I was, I wasn't supposed to be in the Blue Chips, but I remember I was just coming back from overseas or something like that. But there was a couple young guys I knew that were going over there, like Juwan Howard and I think Jalen and some of those guys. And so I think I went to LA for something, and I was trying to hook up with some of those guys so I could get, what time they were going to play. Because they definitely were playing. I mean, it was all kind of guys over there. I mean,
yeah,
it was a big time operation.
Oh yeah, Juwan Howard definitely played. He actually lived with Jordan out there, but Jalen said he was hanging out with Juwan at night, but he didn't get the invite to play from Jordan. So they were living the LA lifestyle, but he wasn't on the court with them.
Yeah, you were better than Sean Bradley. AC, you should have been there.
Yeah, well, Sean was in the movie because he was a David Falk. He was a David Falk client. So
I got
those
you.
guys were already there. So like Barkley, Ewing, you remember the movie? All the guys that were in the movie were David Falk clients.
That makes a lot of sense then. All
I just want to box your voice and make a sound machine out of it and fall asleep to it every night. Has anybody have you ever done voiceover work? I'm serious.
Yes, of course.
Have you really? Perfect. See, I knew I was onto something.
Minor stuff for commercials.
God, it's just. It's beautiful. I love it.
Farmer, take it easy over there.
Watch out, Coach. Watch out, Coach.
I'm coming for you.
Is there anything in the 10-part series that you want to see more of? That you're like, man, I want to see more footage of a certain portion of it or anything?
Well, I thought Tony, I thought Tony would play a bigger role in it. I was a little surprised they had Kerr, a lot of all that with Kerr. And it kind of makes sense that Steve Kerr's a coach now. And, and they tried to kind of make the parallel between his Golden State team of 172 games or 72 games and that Jordan, team. And so, but, I think Tony, and he was in Croatia the whole time. I don't think Tony came over to do any interviews, and I don't think Tony really wanted to do a lot of interviews. As you see, he wasn't really excited if you could kind of feel his energy. He was just basically saying, I was over there to play ball, and I did it, and it's over, and blah, 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 I would have liked to see some of the other players maybe who didn't play a role, as big as role, like, there's a lot of guys who were filler-ins at the time, like John Sally, like James Edwards, like Robert Harris, like Joe Klein. But there was a lot of guys, I think, that really didn't get their just due. Like I would have thought Stacey King would have had some, but, Michael hated Stacey King. He hated Brad Sellers, and I'm using hate. That's a strong word. I probably shouldn't use hate. But he didn't like Stacey King. He didn't like Brad Sellers. He didn't like he thought Craig Hodges was a little bit too over the top. And Craig Hodges has came out with some interviews since then and said, hey, Michael maybe could have done more and said more, which I think he could have. And I think he probably could have got Craig Hodges back on that third championship or second championship, team. I would have liked to see George Gervin. He was on that first team, George Gervin. There was another guy who played who was really good on that team. I think Reggie Theus was there before. And they traded Reggie as soon as Michael came. They traded him to Sacramento. I think Reggie Theus had led the NBA in scoring, I think, at the time. So, there's, and I think, maybe Horace, a little bit more with Horace. But, I think there was a plethora of players that they could have went into. And from what I understand, they did. From what I understand, they invited everybody to Michael's house in Deerfield or whatever for the whole weekend. And guys were supposed to get 2 hours. And a lot of guys got 4 hours and 6 hours. And the guy said they have over 100 hours of interviews. But they just couldn't put everything in there, I guess, for what they wanted to do. So, maybe they pigeonholed themselves and said we were only going to do 10-part series, and maybe they had too much material and they had to cut it back. I think that's a 12, 15-part series for sure.
Well, you could definitely go further. I mean, AC, if I remember correctly, wasn't Orlando Woolridge the star the year before Jordan was a rookie?
Orlando Woolridge was the second leading scorer on that team when Michael scored 63. So, Orlando Woolridge didn't get any interviews as well. So, and then Oakley, you probably could have went further with Oakley.
Way further with Oakley. Yeah.
Yeah, his best friends, and that was his enforcer for those years. I think a lot of those guys, and I think they'd be willing to share. And I even thought BJ was kind of shortchanged, really, a little bit. I think BJ could have had a little bit more.
I thought, too, that you'd see more about the fact when Cartwright transformed from player to assistant coach along to be assistant coach of that second three.
Yeah.
I thought we'd get a little bit more out of that, too.
Yeah. I mean, there was just so much, I think, that you could put in there. There was, unfortunately, we didn't get anything from Tex Winters because he's passed, and there was a rift between Tex and Michael because Tex invented the triangle, and Tex always wanted Michael to pass more and do more. And there was one slight, if you caught it in I think the last one, he said, yeah, Tex, I'm going to put another ring on your finger tonight.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and so there was always a little bit thought. Yeah, I wish there was, and there was one coach that's still alive there, the African American guy. I can't think of what's his name. Jim Clements. Yeah, so they probably could have went to Jim Clements and got some insight on Michael's practice habits and practice, coaching him as an assistant. But yeah, I think that was underrated as, how did he treat the assistants? And, how do the assistants treat him?
Coach, I have one more question for you before we let you go. And this is a conversation that we had with our friend Mark Van Severen, and now I'm taking it over to you. Does Robert Horry belong in the Basketball Hall of Fame?
You know what? Me and my buddies we were at a barbecue in the fall, and I put him in the Hall of Fame. And my buddies said no. And you know what? I had Horace Grant kind of in the Hall of Fame. And I don't know, maybe Horace Grant's a stretch, but I think you put Robert Horry in the Hall of Fame.
I'm with you, Coach.
Is it 7 championships or 8?
7.
Yeah.
7. Yeah. I think you got, because see, there's a lot of Celtics that were like that too. There was a lot of Celtics that got, just because they won championships. They're top 50 players. I don't believe they're top 50 players, but since they won all those championships, you had to put them in there. So I got Robert Horry. I got Big Shot Bob in.
That's what I'm saying. When you have that, when that's your nickname, you're in. That was my vote.
Yeah.
That was my vote. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you go back to some of those guys who played with Bill Russell and Casey Jones and some of those guys didn't average over 12 points a game.
Right. Well, they didn't have to.
Right. You didn't have to. Yeah. Right. So, Robert Horry.
He didn't average 12 points a game. He averaged 7.2 points per game.
Yeah, but he hit the shots he needed to hit, Jay.
All right.
Every time. More than once. Just
Hey,
saying.
I have him on my team anytime.
Well, I have to listen to you.
I'm with Coach.
I left it up to you. We were talking about it yesterday. Coach, thank you so much for your time. We'll be in touch with you real soon, and we'll talk more with you.
For sure, definitely.
All right, buddy. I'll talk to you real soon.
Thanks again, sir.
Okay. Yep.
Thanks, Coach.
You guys. Yeah.
All right. Let's take a quick break, come back, and you can do a Serge's lineup.
So Reggie Theus got traded from the Bulls and then went on to star on the TV show Hang Time.
Oh, really? He was in that? I remember Hang Time.
Yeah.
Coach Dick Butkus was in that, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Kulwicki, also from My Two Dads.
Anthony Anderson.
Incredible acting.
Dude, we should watch some Hang Time, Jay.
Incredible acting career by that Dick Butkus.
You guys are silly. Leah, you over that guy's voice yet?
No, never.
Good
Did you
Lord.
guys hear that?
Yeah,
No,
we're
not
going
at
into
all.
break.
So we actually listened to what he said.
So that, I mean, I tried. But
Sweating over here. You
it
guys.
wasn't easy. It was like James Earl Jones met.
Okay, Van's Pizza and More is now open near
I wasn't done.
the Plex,
You were done.
at the corners of Middle and Forest Grove Roads. They have outstanding specials during the COVID-19 crisis: a $5 cheeseburger basket, $7 double cheeseburger basket, $5 for a personal pizza, $7 for a personal specialty, $9 any medium, and $12 for any large. Open from 11 to 9 daily, and right now delivery is all day long to all of Bettendorf and LeClaire. All you got to do is call 563-232-1396, and that'll be hot and ready for you to pick up or for your delivery. Once again, the number 563-232-1396, Van's Pizza and More, 5023 Competition Drive in Bettendorf.
You like that? You like that? Give me a hell yeah. I said give me a hell yeah.
This is Brian Rothenberger, radio guy for the Quad City Storm. You're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
ESPN 1170 AM.
Renewal by Anderson.
In these challenging times, the security and safety of your home is more important than ever. And Renewal by Anderson is open and here to help you. Whether your windows and doors need to be replaced due to age, or your window and door needs are related to safety, security, or damage, we are here for you. We're offering virtual appointments, safe distance consultations, and more. Renewal by Anderson is practicing CDC guidelines to keep your family safe. Plus, we're offering flexible financing options catered to your needs during these uncertain times. No money down, no payments, no interest for 24 months. That's 2 full years. Right now, buy 2 windows or doors and get one 60% off. Text ZOOM to 96714 for more information. That's ZOOM to 96714, and remember, we're here to help.
Renewal by Anderson. We love our new windows.
When booking your next tee time, hitting a bucket of balls, or looking for a quick bite to eat, make Palmer Hills Golf Course and Grill in Bettendorf your first choice. 18 rolling hills that challenge the beginner up to the avid player, like the newly designed and challenging Hole 13. Visit Palmer Hills' fully stocked pro shop for clubs, clothing, or anything golf. After your round, relax in the Palmer Hills Grill, featuring daily lunch specials. Make your reservation today at Palmer Hills Golf Course. Visit palmerhillsgolf.com or download the free Palmer Hills app. Tee it up today.
Titan Levatar show with the Stugats.
What is Kevin Durant doing? Spending entire evenings just firing back to eggs on Twitter.
Kevin Durant loves to go on social media and fight with people, and as far as I can tell, nothing good comes from it. Nothing.
You've won, Kevin Durant.
You've won.
I mean, not a title, but you've won.
The Dan Levitard Show, 9 till noon on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
We will get our momentum back. Our businesses back, our smiles back, ourselves back. Because that's what this community does. At First Midwest Bank, we want to thank our colleagues for doing everything they can to help our clients and our communities get through this. Because we are all in this together. And together, we will get our momentum back. First Midwest Bank. Visit firstmidwest.com. Member FDIC.
Download the ESPN 1170 app and listen all day while you work. New and different every day. The Quad City Sports Leader is ESPN 1170 AM.
All right, everybody, we're heading back here. Final few minutes of the show. I want to welcome everybody back to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
And she was mad you didn't let her finish.
I know.
Just like the Quad City's only local sports talk radio show, Just Doors QC is locally owned. Just Doors QC specializes in interior and exterior millwork like doors, trims, baseboards, crown molding, and so much more. Whether you need to replace a front door or closet, Just Doors is the right call. Get a hold of Paul Shelley at 309-657-8541 to get started to help you change your home into your dream home. Paul brings an air of professionalism to every opportunity he's offered, big and small, and will treat your home as if it were his own. Go to their Facebook page, Just Doors QC, and read the numerous reviews and browse their incredible before and after pictures. While you're there, don't forget to like and follow their page. Start improving your living area by calling Paul at 309-657-8541. And T-Roy?
Hey, man, I know. He helped out Mrs. Van Severen.
Yes.
It was a quick, like, hey, Troy, who's your friend that does doors? I go, that's Paul Shelley.
And they are running like
I said the same thing.
Did the
oh,
same
did you
thing?
say the same thing? Cool.
Yeah, I sent her Paul's number too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
well,
got
they took
those
care
two
of it.
connected, yeah.
And they're
So-
having a spring storm door.
Paul Shelley, what's up, blood?
We're having a spring storm
He
door
never knows when to
installation
listen, though, for his
special.
ad. That's the thing.
Running now through June 21st. It's $200. Install only. Customer provides a door. That's a spring storm door installation special. So if you've ordered a door, spring storm door, and you don't want to go through the trouble of installing it, give them a call, and that's only $200 to install it. All right, T-Roy.
Storm doors. I wish Leah was here for this. She's gonna miss out on it. Like, what's wrong with her?
I don't know.
All right, well, I got a lot of prelude into this. First.
Yeah, we got
So
5
hopefully,
minutes to do this.
Yeah.
7
So
minutes,
as we go, all right. So, Serge, what this boiled down to is I thought that everybody that's on the show, being that kind of like being the stripper DJ, and I want to help my strippers make the most money.
Right.
Like, I should help come up with the best song for them.
Yeah, we got to tip you out, right?
Yeah. So for Leah, I had Leah dressed up as a Catholic schoolgirl because
Naturally.
she went to Catholic school.
Sure.
She came out to Brittany Fox's girls' school, and then it went to Hot for Teacher, and then after that was Heaven's on Fire. Hence the whole
Gotcha.
Catholic religion thing, right? Now Foster, Jay.
Yeah.
What was Jay wearing?
So Jay came out. When I think of Jay, I think of the working guy from the Village People. So Jay comes out with the hard hat,
construction guy,
tank, the little woman, the wife beater, and then he came out to Billy Squires, The Stroke.
Okay.
And then he went from that to ELO, Don't Bring Me Down, because he's very much a crowd participation dancer. You know how he is. And then his favorite song, Too Much Time on My Hands.
There we
was
go.
his work.
Little sticks.
Yeah, so we did that. Now, this being said, I have a stable of dancers. You guys know that, right? So after Jay Foster's out there, get the girls going, maybe even a little Jay Money, a little Princeton Hood, whoever I got out there dancing for me, right? There was always been a guy the entire time the ladies have been loving him because he's been serving the drinks the entire show. But guess what? They ain't seen the goods yet, Leah.
Oh God, who?
And they're
who
screaming
talking
for
about?
Serge. They are screaming for the bartender. He jumps over the bar and he's got one of those shakers.
Martini shakers.
Gets on the stage, he starts squirting them all with water.
Yeah.
Hose
them down.
Have a Drink on Me by AC/DC. Sergie's rocking. Sergie is rocking with Have a Drink on Me. And then as he throws that water bottle away and he starts to get the clothes off, we're doing a little Jay Quan. Everybody in the club getting tipsy. All right?
Okay, that's perfect. I like that
And
one.
then Sergie gets to the floor show, getting his work. He's going to do a little bit of Bruno Mars. That's what I like.
Wait, how does that one go? How does that one go?
Strawberry champagne.
That's good call.
You know what? You might have nailed
That's
that
what I
one
like.
more than you nailed the prior two.
That's what I'm telling you. I think Serge might have been my icing
I
on the
think
cake
he's.
so far.
I think he's your goat. I think
I
that
think,
he's.
but I
what
think
takes you.
I'm just saying we gotta. Listen. I get my stable of male dancers built up, and we do this thing.
Are we doing auditions next week then?
I got a stable.
If we're
I think
switching it up,
you, Money, Foster, P. Hood.
can I be the announcer since we're switching up the roles here, the gender
Oh,
roles?
you'll be the announcer. I'm
Thank
just
you.
giving
I just want to be the
song
announcer.
support.
And next to the stage. God, that's just it's a
That's
dream of
pretty good.
mine. Bucket list.
You like your song, Serge?
I love it.
All right, there you
That's
go.
perfect.
Pretty
So
good
picturing
job.
Bomber with the ruler. School's out.
For COVID, not for summer.
Okay. Oh yeah, that whole thing. I forgot.
School's out for COVID.
Stupid people wearing masks in the car by themselves.
Oh my lord!
One of my buddies saw the stupidest thing ever. Want to hear what it was? You don't? Okay.
I mean, I do.
He saw a guy riding a motorcycle with
No.
a mask,
No. Helmet on?
without a helmet.
No.
Oh boy.
Come on, sheeple.
Yeah.
Get it together.
I can't.
No.
This is so funny, man.
I can't handle it anymore.
Pipes save lives.
I don't wear a mask. I haven't been kicked out of a place yet. I mean, I've been questioned once.
Oh, I'm
I'm
just gonna avoid getting kicked
we're
out
gonna
of
we're gonna
anywhere.
have to at an airport. You're gonna have to.
No, I've had friends that have traveled.
You
And they
have
don't.
to.
What
You
they
have
are.
to wear one at an airport.
Nope. Depends on what
The
state.
state.
Yes,
Correct. Right.
Oh boy, what if you don't have one?
But it goes against your cost. I mean,
Well, I'm just saying, what if you flew out of one state?
I
without
kind
one,
of
and then-
want to wear one at the airport though.
I don't.
There's so many people.
I don't buy it. I think now
if you
with
have
all the proof
you
and
gotta have
everything,
the-
I think it's all BS.
I'm also more like just a turn. I don't want your germs anyway.
Yeah, I'm not that way. I mean, I don't lick handrails or anything,
Right,
but
right,
I'm not. I'm not scared of it. Like it's fine.
Well,
Paul
things
Shelley
are
hurt his head.
things are slowly opening up.
Yeah.
In Iowa.
Yes.
And I want to say
Go
congratulations to friends of the show, Ryan and Haley Delph, for opening up Delph's Pro Gym at 2220 East 53rd Street. And I want to share something with you that they have a free boot camp workout. Members and non-members welcome. Let us introduce you to the new Delph's Pro Gym. It's a 1-hour workout this Saturday, indoor, outdoor, strength and cardio. You can personal message them with any questions. Go to their Facebook page, weather permitting. This is just me reaching out to a friend. They're not any sponsor or anything like that. I'm just very happy for them. They've been on the show. Good people. That'll be this Saturday at 10.
And Delph's been through Marine Corps boot camp, so this will be
yeah.
good boot camp to go
That's
to.
what I've always
Maybe
said.
I'll
I need to just go basic training and then come back in shape. Like that's all I need.
Go up there and check it out. I went to the fit today.
Yeah.
You did what now?
You went to the fit?
I did go to the fit today.
I ran 4 miles yesterday, y'all.
Yeah, the fit's open.
Did you
I
have a little
went.
steam?
I ran from the bedroom to the bathroom.
Not like that
at all.
No, they took away my sauna. They won't let me in yet.
Oh, man.
No sauna, no shower.
He
It was
owed
weird.
about
Yeah.
the sauna, dude.
I'm not happy about it.
T-Ray changed the name of his bathroom from the John to the gym so he can say he went to the gym every day. I went to the gym twice today.
No sauna. It was kind
Actually,
of
3
strange.
times this morning.
Yeah.
Had some
Write
enchiladas.
that one down.
Had some
The only
homemade
person that gave me ups
enchiladas.
was you, Troy, by the way. Thank you for that.
What, for the
running 4 miles? These guys, nothing. We're just like,
I told you that before the
No, you
show.
did.
I said
He
good
did.
job.
No,
You should-
he did.
I've been
You
over
did
here
4 miles.
massaging her legs the entire
Yeah,
show.
I mean, I got Charlie horses like you wouldn't believe, and shin splints.
You don't have shin
I
splints.
don't have
from
any of that.
40
I don't even know what those mean. I've just heard people say.
I've had shit.
She's got tennis elbow. Now all of a
I've got
sudden,
tennis
too. Yeah,
elbow.
yeah, just-
Strep throat. I don't even know how that happens from running.
It's all COVID related issues. You better go get tested. You better go get tested.
Oh, yeah,
Those
right.
are symptoms.
Treadmill.
Yeah, those are
Leah
symptoms.
Bomber died in a skydiving accident. Turns out it was COVID.
You did
That's
it.
how it
You did it on the treadmill?
I have a treadmill in my house.
Oh, that's boring.
Well, I have my knees are all
I mean,
messed
she's
up.
training for the
me.
Bigs.
For me, not for you. I
I'm gonna beat you at the Bigs this year.
Well, we'll see.
Okay, it's on. Should we take bets now, or
sure?
Should we wait for later?
Sure.
All right, I'm gonna call AC back and see who's got money on.
You can call him. All right. Well, thank you very much for tuning in today. I want to thank Coach AC Earl for calling. Always a pleasure to talk to him. Obviously, a lot of Last Dance stuff. We'll talk more tomorrow about the MLBPA. Serge, have safe travels.
All right, buddy.
Yeah, you're
and
leaving
I'm glad you're safe.
Why not?
I'm
Get
glad
out
you're
of
safe,
here.
buddy. I am happy. I'm happy you're safe and
Yeah,
healthy.
thank
There's
you.
some nice weather. Someone better have some nice weather.
Yeah.
You guys have a hassle-free Monday. Enjoy yourselves, Quad City. Stay safe and sanitized.